Deborah, is that you?
Okay.
No, not Deborah.
All right. No, live on YouTube. That's muted out. Good. Good. Waiting for Michelle to join us. Hold on. Y'all give me a moment.
Take your time.
You gotta give me a moment.
Police say Thomas was stopped for a traffic violation and arrested hours earlier. His girlfriend and mother of their infant.
Give me a moment.
He was followed by his family. He was my everything.
Somebody got their mic open. They got the TV going. I can hear the television set in the background. And make sure y'all mute those out, or turn your television sets off, or mute your mics before we get started, because that picks up on the mics and comes through on the broadcast. And we really don't want to have. All right. We're about ready to get started. Let me go ahead and start sharing this out on YouTube a little bit. Share this out a little bit. Okay, let me share this on Facebook. It's live dispatch training. We are live. And put this on Twitter. Let them know that we are live. Oh, I'm not logged into Twitter on this one. I remember to log into Twitter. Okay. All right, everybody. We're gonna get started here. Michelle, I need you to go into the Zoom. If you're gonna be doing some guest hosting. Okay, she says she's on the way. All right, cool. In the meantime, let me go ahead and get started here and just get our stuff up and going. One moment, let me see where I'm at. We got that open. We got that open. All right, we got that open. All right, we got that open. Okay. Let me close that one out. All right, and let me go back over here and open up this. I got that open. And I need to open up one more page. There we go. Get that open for the services. All right. All right, we still got some people who are logging in. We got some people who are logging in right now. Waiting on Michelle to get into the group. All right, everybody. All right, tonight, let me go ahead and start my recording here. All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Tonight is Thursday night. It is now 7:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means it is time for our How to Dispatch training that we have every Thursday night at 7 p.m. And tonight we are wrapping up our dispatch series for this 6-week period. And then next week, we'll talk about a couple other things and some other stuff, primarily our new leasing program that we are starting up with RBBS Transport LLC. And I'm going to be showing you all how far I've gotten with the lease website. with the website and everything, and how it's gonna work. And I should be completely finished with that lease website by tomorrow, no later than Saturday, I hope. So by Monday, I would be reaching out to all the people who have expressed an interest, both those of you who have trucks already that you want to lease out, those of you who have great credit, want to go ahead and start getting your lines of credit and let us get you set up for lines of credit. Those of you who want to lease trucks, I've got a bunch of drivers that have called me and sent me some stuff saying that they'd be interested in that lease program that we have, our Easy Lease. And those of you who want to get your businesses set up to where we can go ahead and get you approved for lines of credit so you can purchase your assets and we can get those leased out for you so you start receiving that quiet millionaires revenue. Okay, so that's where we're going to be at. So hopefully by Monday, we'll be able to start bringing people into the website, getting your profiles on, people loading up their trucks, that they have pictures of their trucks and trailers and things of that nature. And we should have some people who are coming in who are ready to lease. We should get them loaded up and everything. So hopefully we'll have all that ready and going by Monday morning. Okay. So I'm working overtime to try and get this website done. I didn't go to bed. Was it last night or the night before last? I can't even remember. I haven't had a full night's sleep in about 2 nights. I closed my eyes for a couple hours, got right back up working on the website. I spent all day today out at Panera Bread because that's where I go to get my mind right. I go out there and kind of get that entrepreneur mindset where I can concentrate and just focus on that. I had to get away from the house, get away from the dogs, get away from everything where I can just go and just focus on doing what I need to do. So I've been doing that. I did that all day. Today, I am probably running on about 3 hours sleep in the last, 2-3 days? What's day Thursday? Yeah, day Thursday. So since Tuesday, I didn't go to bed Tuesday night. I stayed up all night working on the website. I stayed up all day yesterday. I finally went to sleep at about 2:30, 2:45 last night. Got back up at 6 a.m., did the load board report, and been going ever since. So that's where I'm at right now. So that's where I'm at. I got this tea and coffee, and I'm just running on fumes right now. So that's where I'm at right now. All right. Right now I'm upstairs in my upstairs area. I got like a little upstairs office that I do up here in between the bedrooms and the closets and the the walk-in closet and stuff. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm upstairs. All right. Tonight we got a special treat for you, Michelle. Michelle, you want to tell them what you're gonna be bringing to them here shortly after we finish up with our regular dispatch training? We're gonna be showing them how to do what?
Basically, I'll be letting everybody know how to get military freight, how to get on, how to help your carriers to get on, to be able to, basically I'll be helping everybody get military freight and how to get it, how to achieve that, and what you can do to help your carriers.
Cool. All right. So Michelle is going to be showing you all how to get that military freight, how to get the military loads. What you need to do is you need to qualify for it, and how you can go about doing it, where you can go to find it, and all that good stuff. So that's just wonderful. That's wonderful. All right, let me let some more people in. All right, let's check in with our YouTube people here real quick to make sure we got them on board. See who's checked in with us on YouTube. All right, tonight on YouTube we have Cool V. Hello, Cool V. Thank you for joining us. I think this is your first time. I've never seen you here before. So thank you, Cool V, for joining us. We have Yvette Smart. Thank you for joining us. Sophie Moore is actually on YouTube in our back office, and she's on YouTube at the same time. Somebody has their mic open because I'm hearing myself talk. Somebody has their, yeah, thank you. Okay. And of course, Michelle at Newix Express, she's here and in the house at the same time. DJ Too Real, thank you for joining us tonight. Access 777. Thank you for joining us. Lisa Goggins, thank you for joining us. Stacy Reinford, thank you for joining us. Dwayne Fletcher, thank you for joining us also too. So I appreciate y'all joining us tonight here for the live dispatch training. All right, tonight's training is going to be on invoicing, BOLs and invoicing. Okay, that's what tonight's training is going to be on, BOLs and invoicing. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen because I don't think I'm sharing my screen. Let me start sharing my screen. And it's called tonight, it's going to be on BOLs and invoicing. And I'm also going to be giving you all some tips on how to guarantee to collect your money from those carriers that refuse to pay. We've all had one or two of them, that has refused to pay. I've had a total of four. Yeah, four. No, I've had a total of 6. 2, I was able to just, kind of call them up and say, hey, look, man, you ran the freight. I provided to you. Go ahead and pay, because I don't want to have to do what I got to do, but go ahead and pay. And they went ahead and paid. The other 4, they refused to pay, but guess what? I collected my money from all 4. And I'm going to show y'all how to collect your money 100% of the time, okay? All right, and then Michelle's going to come on, and she's going to tell you how to round up that military freight. All right, so let's get started. All right, so as always, we are sponsored by the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers and the National Dispatchers Network. The RBBS Logistics Learning Center, we're the only logistics vocational school that offers freight broker agent training and dispatch agent training with guaranteed career placement offers from bonded logistics brokerage firms and state licensed accredited dispatch firms after successful course completion. Only one in the country that does that. Nobody else, just us, okay? And we're also sponsored by our online training platform, which is the National Dispatchers Network, training in the convenience of your home. Our online platform will train you to earn $100K plus from home dispatching freight and provide the online network tools, resources, and training to ensure your success, because our students get access to more than 100 load boards, so they don't have to pay for load boards, access to more than 140,000 hours of operational training videos, access to more than 19 million direct shippers, access to every registered owner-operator in the United States, access to live training, access to our logistics library that has every word, phrase, term ever used in trucking, access to our network, more than 2,967 industry professionals that you all get to talk to, help each other to understand the industry. You all network, work with each other on our social media sites and our social media private groups, where we have anywhere from 2, 3, 6, 10, 20. Some of our groups have more than 60,000 members in them. And you all get access to those groups. And you also get access to our new private chat group on Clubhouse, where you all actually get to have conversations with each other about the industry and things you want to do. So don't forget, if you don't have that link to join our Clubhouse group, join it, because I'm going to be holding a meeting on there here in the near future real soon, showing everybody how to use Clubhouse and showing everybody, how to get on it and that type of thing. So I'm going to be doing that to introduce the Clubhouse meeting board, and we're going to be doing that. All right, so tonight it is dispatch training, so let's get started. All right, move this out the way. Okay, so where we're at here. Wix, post live. Okay, here we go. All right. Of course, we're gonna go to our back office. This is where we go to access all of our tools and resources, everything that we use to dispatch freight and to learn this stuff. So you're gonna go here to our back office area. You're gonna click on the back office area right here. Now, I'm also gonna be adding something. I'm also gonna go over a new tool that I've been showing you all, and I am adding it tonight. And that is the Insta rate lane calculator. Okay. And what that's going to be able to do is that's going to help you all when you seeing loads on load boards that don't have a rate. You'll be able to go to that Insta rate lane calculator, put in the pickup and the drop, and then it will show you what the rates are for that lane. So you will kind of know what you're talking about when you call it the broker to negotiate that rate. Okay. So I'm gonna be adding that. That's gonna be a very valuable tool that we're adding here. But tonight we're gonna be going over our invoicing, because tonight is the last video in the how to dispatch training, number 6, carrier invoicing. That's how you get paid. That's what we're going over tonight. All right. Now, one of the things that's going to happen before you do your invoice, you got to get your BOL. Okay, carrier that has been dispatched out. You sent your carrier out. The carrier done ran the load. The carrier done dropped the load. Now the carrier is going to send you what's called the BOL, the bill of lading. Okay. Can anybody tell me what the bill of lading is? Anybody?
Receipt.
It's a receipt. Basically, that's basically what it is. It is a receipt from the receiving shipper that the load has been delivered on time and in good condition. Okay. One moment here. Let me pull up my docs. And I think this might be what I'm looking for right here. The BOL. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Yeah, this is basically what we're looking for right here. This is a bill of lading. Okay, this is a BOL. This is from a load that I invoiced for one of our members way back in 2018. Okay, so as you can see here now, the BOL is going to have the DOT number of the carrier that ran the load and the MC number. It's gonna have an invoice number. Okay, it's gonna state uniform straight bill of lading. Okay, it could have a PO number. It could not have a PO number. Sometimes they put it on there. Sometimes they don't. But you've got who it was billed to, the shipper's information name is gonna be there, the city, the state, who it was shipped to, and the city, Tallahassee, Florida. The street, all that stuff is all there. It's going to have the truck number, the trailer number, and the driver name or his initial, JP. Okay. It's going to have the beginning odometer reading. Okay. That's basically telling you how many miles were on that truck when it pulled in and delivered that load. Okay. Sometimes they'll put all this other stuff like total miles and that type of stuff. It's really not that important, but sometimes they will put it in there. It's really not that important. Requested truck type was a mini float. This was a mini float. I'll explain that another time on what that is, because I have to get into all the different types of trucks and everything, this and that, and the type of loads. And this one is basically all you're really looking for on the BOL is you want to have. Make sure you have your that DOT number, that invoice number. You want to have the load, the truck number, the trailer number, the driver's name, the shipper's information, the receiving shipper's information, and down here you're gonna have a little something in there about the order number, and you're gonna have the shipper's signature. Now, this is really the most important thing. If that bad boy ain't signed, you in trouble. Okay, make sure that's signed. Make sure it's signed. Okay, well, sometimes the shipper they'll give you a BOL and it's not signed. Don't leave there with a BOL that's not signed. Go back and get it. Go back and get it signed by somebody at that shipper. Okay, because if it's not signed, then the broker can say, "Well, I never received a proper BOL. I never received a signed BOL." So they could not pay you. Okay, y'all understand that, right? So the most important thing is make sure it's signed and make sure they print their name, received by. Right there. Now the shipper's signature and the person who received that could be two different people. As you all can see, this is the shipper's signature, right? The receiving shipper, and received by, that's just the representative there at the receiving dock who is signing for it. Does everybody understand that? Now, if y'all have a question, say so. But make sure but if make sure you get that signature and the person's name who signed it. Because a lot of times they just scribble something. You're like, what the hell is that? Having to print their name too. Signature and print. Signature and print. Okay. That is the most important thing about a BOL. Okay, those are the most important things about the BOL. This other stuff up here is just stuff that right there. All right. So you got your BOL. Now, after you get your BOL in and you send that over to the broker, usually what I do is I go ahead and prepare my invoice to my carrier once I receive that BOL. Okay.
Hey, Calvin,
right.
before you go any further,
yeah,
you might mention as well the lumper, because something you have lumper, especially for reefers.
Oh yeah. If there was a lumper fee, you're gonna have what's called the carrier has those checks that they have. Darren, what are those called?
The come data check or the EFS.
Yeah, the come data check or the EFS. Okay, they have those checks. If there was a lumper fee, a lumper service, lumper is basically just loading. Someone who loads the truck or unloads the truck. A lot of times you have to pay to get someone to unload that truck. Now, if there was a lumper fee, you're gonna put that on there too. That's to let them know that if you paid it out of pocket, sometimes you paid it out of pocket. If you did pay it out of pocket, make sure you put it on there so you can get reimbursed for it. Right, Darren?
Yeah, and well, they'll give you a lumper receipt.
Yeah, they'll give you a lumper receipt
Separately from the BOL.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna attach that to the BOL when you send it over to the broker. You're gonna send that to. You're gonna take usually you basically just taking a picture of it like this, because this is just a photocopy. You take a good picture of it, take a good picture of that lumper receipt, and you send that, and you forward all that over to your broker. Okay. And that way they can keep it for his record if there need to be any type of reimbursements or anything like that. All right. Good catch there. All right. So that's your BOL. All right. Now, when and how are you going to create your invoice? All right. I create my invoices in Square. Okay, this is where I create my invoices at. This is why I love Square. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you all the link to go and sign up with Square, because everything is done in Square. And I'm going to show you all, I'm actually going to create one from scratch and show you all how it's done in Square. Okay. So I'm going to create one and show you how it's done. And I'm going to send it probably to one of you all, and you all can tell me you all got it, whatever this is that. But it's just going to be just like a little sample bill, a sample invoice that we're going to send you. All right. Now, once you got your stuff over to the broker, all right, some people wait until after the broker confirms that the load has been paid. I don't wait. What about you, Darren? I send mine as soon as right after I got the BOL and I send everything over to the broker, I go ahead and create my invoice and send it out.
Well, the relationship I have with my carriers, two of them I get money directly from the factoring, and the rest I invoice them on a weekly basis, like every Friday.
Yeah, every Friday.
It depends on the
Something like that.
relationship you have with your driver. You know, some people may want to get their money as soon as the driver get paid, but I have a really good relationship with my carriers.
Yeah, and most of my loads are dedicated, so most of my loads, they're set up on reoccurring invoices. All that means is that because I know what they're being paid, because they're on those dedicated runs and they're paid the same thing every load. So at the end of the week, they receive an automatic invoice that they receive each week. And about 60% of them have it to where their credit card is on the auto pay, which means they don't even have to look at it. It just automatically bills the credit card. It automatically just bills their credit card, and I get it, and that's that. But in this case, I'm showing you all how to do one from scratch. So, and here is what it actually looks like once you have put it together. This is what you're going to be putting into the bill, into the invoice. If you're doing it through Square, you're going to put invoice for whatever your company name is. I was doing this for J. Penny Company, okay? And then J. Penny Company, and then you have that's the date that he paid it on, and that's the date that he viewed it. I had to send him a reminder on that date, and the invoice was due on that date, on the 3rd. So the invoice was due on August 3rd, okay? After the 5th, I hadn't received the payment yet, so I sent him another reminder. It's very simple to do in Square. You just go over there and you click on your invoice, you click reminder, and you send it. Bam, that's that. So, and Square keeps records of everything. This is why I love Square. So this is how you're gonna send your invoice. Now, when you make up your invoice, you're gonna have this type of wording that I use. Low invoice billing from RBBS National Dispatchers Network member Carrie Glickstein, DBA 647 dispatch. Okay, because remember at that time we were handling all of the paperwork for the dispatchers who were part of our company, because we were actually splitting the dispatch fee with them and things like that. Okay, so we handle all of the paperwork and all of the invoices. So when you do this, you're gonna put your information there or your company information there. But this is how I was doing it: load invoice billing from RBBS National Dispatch Network member Carrie Glickstein at DBA 647 dispatch. Square will automatically generate an invoice number, so you don't have to worry about keeping up with the invoice numbers and doing the invoice number. When you do it, it's gonna have the date in there, and I'm gonna show it to you all live how we create it. The customer, which is the carrier, is J. Penny Company. Okay, that's their email address. I also put in there Carrie's email, so that when they respond or when they pay or when they do anything, he'll also get a copy of it too. Okay, so that's why I put his additional recipient. So when I send it, they get a copy of the invoice, and the dispatcher got a copy of the invoice, and he knows that they have now been sent their invoice. Okay, and the wording that I always use is our records indicate that you completed a load that was provided to you via RBBS National Dispatchers Network member Carrie Blase DBA 647 dispatch. Of course, when you do this, you're gonna put your company name and stuff there and word it how you want to word it, but this is a good way to word it. Just kind of keep that in mind. This is a good way to word it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a copy of this and I'm gonna send it out to all of you all here in just a second. All right, you're gonna put the load confirmation number. That's gonna be on your what? Where are you gonna get your load confirmation number from? Anybody?
BOL?
For the BOL.
No,
No?
the load confirmation number is gonna
Oh,
get it
low
from where?
confirmation.
From your rate confirmation.
From rate confirmation, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what a load confirmation is. It's basically a rate confirmation. So you're gonna get your rate confirmation number and you're gonna put it right there. Okay. You're gonna have the load info where it picks up Okay. And load picked up in Berlin, Wisconsin, went to Tallahassee, Florida. Okay, pick up and the drop off. 1,100 miles, the weight and the rate. That's what was paid. That's what the load paid. The load paid $1,350. It was one load. Okay, per hour dispatch agreement. Remind them, have a dispatch agreement. Per hour dispatch agreement, 10% of the load fee is the agreed upon fee for this service. Please remit payment in the amount of $135 conveniently via credit or debit card. Okay, because you send this through Square, they accept all credit, debit cards, all of it. Okay, American Express, Discover, all of it. All right, put the load number there. Okay, put that right there. You know, the amount. When you're doing the invoice, you can put all that in the invoice, and it'll automatically calculate the things that it needs to calculate. If there's no tax, you're gonna leave it no tax, and it's gonna be that right there. And then, what are you going to attach to this invoice? Anybody? What are you gonna attach to it when you send it?
Your invoice and agreement.
Yeah, yeah, that too. You're gonna send all the documents that ties you to that load. Okay, including the load confirmation. Okay, there's the load confirmation right there. Okay, you're gonna attach it. That way you can pull it up. That way, when they get it, they'll see that they got the load confirmation, which is the rate confirmation. This is the rate confirmation, load confirmation. So you're going to attach that. Okay. Okay.
Then I'll start.
Somebody got the mic open. Please close your mic if you're having
No.
conversations outside of our training.
I see. Yeah, that's good.
Hello. If you just joined us, please mute your mic if you're having conversations outside of our training. All right. So you're gonna attach the rate confirmation to it. This was the rate confirmation that came over on that load. All right. You're also going to attach, hold on here. You're also going to attach what else? The things you're going to attach are the rate confirmation. You're going to attach the BOL. You're going to attach the dispatch agreement also too. Okay, waiting for it to pull up. There's the BOL right there. And you're also going to attach the dispatch agreement. I don't know where that noise is coming from. Okay, but you're going to attach all documentation. There's the bill of lading short form. Okay, I attach both the long form and the short form. There's the short form. The short form is usually a little bit more distinguishable, more presentable. Okay, but this is basically the short form. Bill of lading, and it has all the information in it. It's all the information in it. Okay, it's going to have signatures, shipper, driver, all that stuff is going by ship sign, freight counted, by shipper, and all that type of stuff. All right. And you're also going to attach the dispatch agreement. Why are you going to attach the dispatch agreement? Anybody? Why are you going to attach the dispatch agreement?
So they never forget.
They never forget. They never forget that you all have a written, legal, signed legal agreement. Okay. Now this is very important. This is going to play a very important role in the other thing that I told y'all. I'm going to show y'all how you can collect your money 100% of the time, guaranteed, from someone who doesn't want to pay you. Okay, this is very important. So make sure you attach this to every invoice. Okay, every invoice. All right. And as y'all can see, this is our dispatch agreement. Right, this is the one that I provide y'all a sample copy of. Okay, so make sure you're gonna provide this with every single, invoice you send out. You're gonna send back that signed dispatch agreement. All right. So once you got all that sent out, usually it's just a matter of a couple of days that they will send back and they will pay you, because when it goes out, it's going to go out looking like, where's the invoice? Let me see here. It's going to go out looking like, let me send my reminder real quick. Let me do this. Let me get rid of this real quick. Show you what they're, I've got two of them here, so I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all this one. When you send it out, let's see, you hit share. All right, this is what it's gonna look like when it goes out. Open link in new tab. This is basically what it looks like. Okay, this is it. This is the, the way I've got mine set up. I have my logo, company name up there. This is why I love Square. You can set all this up in Square, where every time you send your invoice out, it's gonna look real nice, professional, neat. You can send it out by both text and by email. That's why I always get a cell phone number and an email address from anybody that I'm dealing with. When you all sign up, I require you all to put your cell phone number and your email address. So if there's any correspondence that we need to do, I can make sure that you're going to get it, because it's going to be text to you and it's going to be emailed to you. You want to have that same practice when you're sending out your invoice. You want to have when you can send text and when you can send the email, because a lot of times people don't look at the emails, but everybody looks at their text message, right? Even if you don't got time, you pick that phone up and you check it just to see what it was, right? Doesn't everybody check the text message? Everybody checks the text message every single time. Everybody. All right. So make sure you send it out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all this wording of how you want to phrase, how you want to do your dispatch. Do your invoice. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this over to you all real quick. Y'all give me a second here. I'm going to shoot this over to you all real quick.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
Would you advise a dispatcher or a broker to have a factoring company?
Brokers, definitely. Every broker should have a factoring company. Every broker should factor the loads. Okay. Now, as a dispatch firm, like Darren said, some of his loads are factored through the factoring company. Okay.
On the carrier side or his side?
I think it's on the carrier side, right there, or do you have an agreement with the broker? And the broker
on the carrier
pays you
side.
and the carrier?
Yeah, on the carrier side, some factoring company have something there for a dispatch where they could just pay the dispatch directly once the the driver is being paid.
Yeah,
they just send a direct deposit or whatever, however you want the payment.
Yeah.
So how do you sift through the carriers to get? How do you sift through those carriers that have a factoring, that are involved in a factoring company?
Well, here's the thing.
You have to ask them.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
They have an NO something.
But here's the thing. Not all factoring companies will factor dispatch. Will factor to dispatch. Okay, it's not a guaranteed thing that all factoring companies will factor to dispatches. Okay, so you have to check around. First of all, to find out if factoring companies will include dispatchers in their factory. Okay.
Now, what factory company that you've worked with?
I don't get my loads factored. As a dispatcher, I've never seen a need to factor, because as I'm gonna show you all, you can collect your money 1% of the time, without doing factoring. A dispatcher factoring a load is just to satisfy your own.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just to satisfy your own insecurities about getting paid.
As far as the broker side,
Oh, the broker side.
What factoring company would you recommend would be a
the one that I was using? The one that I was. I mean, you can use Task. They're pretty good. The one that I was using was what's the name of that company? Hold on, it'll come to me in a second because I get money from them because I send people to them all the time, but I can't. For the life of me, I can't remember the name. I'll pull it up for you. It's on my Facebook page.
Also, I've heard that some factoring companies you have to look at the fine print because sometimes, say you send in your invoice and everything to them for you to get paid, and they pay you, but they never receive their money that they fronted you the money. Then they come after you where you have to pay them.
No, that's only if you don't have non-recourse factor. You always want to get non-recourse factor. You always want to get non-recourse factor.
Right.
Let me repeat that. You always want to get non-recourse factor.
Right.
Non-recourse factor literally means they won't come after you.
Right.
But you
do. There is some factoring companies out there that do go after you if they don't receive their money.
Any factor company will go after you if you don't have non-recourse factor.
Right.
This is what I'm saying.
Right.
Just about every factoring company out there, they give you an option: recourse or non-recourse. Usually, non-recourse is they charge you a higher fee. It's usually 5%. Right there, if you got recourse factoring, you can get rates as low as 2.25%, 2%, 2.5%. But if you got non-recourse factoring, it's going to be somewhere between that 3.5% to 5% on the factor.
Okay.
So you have to make sure if you don't want to have what's called chargebacks.
Right.
If you don't want to get chargebacks, always opt for a non-recourse factor.
Right.
Okay.
Make sure you when you're looking for a factory company.
Yeah.
They're not, resource. Okay.
Yeah. Now, as a dispatcher, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see the point in having a factory company as a dispatcher. And you all are gonna understand why here after I show you all how to collect your money if you got somebody who don't want to pay. Okay. Because here's the thing: if you're factoring, I've seen one load factored 3 times. You got factored by the broker, which I don't know. And then the carrier wanted to use their own factoring company when they've already been factored by the broker, which I don't understand that. That literally don't make any sense. Okay. And then the dispatcher wanted to have the load factor, it got load factor through their factoring company. So that's 3 factory companies that have taken money out of one load. Does that make sense?
No, but I understand what you're saying.
I've seen it to where one factory company got paid 3 times.
Right.
Because they're not going to tell you, well, we already factored that load for the broker. But the carrier was using the same factory company and the dispatcher using the same factory company. And the factory company should inform you, well, we've already factored it for the broker, but you as a dispatcher, you can have them to factor your money too, because yours is coming from the carrier. Yours is not coming from the broker. Right. So in that instance, one factory company made probably 3% on the broker, made another 2.5% to 3% on the carrier, and then probably made anywhere from 4 to 5% on you. So you probably got non-recourse. That's a total of Jesus Christ. 5, 3, 8, 2, 10% that came off that load.
So
that came off that money.
Basically, you really need to make sure that you're search for a factoring company that doesn't do chargebacks.
Yeah, but if you do what I tell you to do, you won't need a factoring company. You would,
and like Darren said, have the carrier's factoring company that does send the money to dispatchers.
Yeah.
They include that. So
Yeah, if you're gonna do it. But if you do what I tell you to do, you never you as a dispatcher would never need a factor.
okay.
Never. You would never need a factor. I've never factored any of my dispatch loads, and I get paid 100% of the time.
Okay.
Even from carriers who said that they weren't gonna pay me. I got my money. Okay. And I'm gonna show you how. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So all right. So where we at here? Go ahead. Let's let people in. What was I at?
You're going to show us how
download
it
the PDF.
looks.
All right. So also with Square, you can download the PDF version of your invoices. This is good to have for your records. It's got the little code thing there. You can scan it. This is great when it comes, if you ever get audited. Having these PDF copies, you can just go back to Square at any time. Like you see right now, here it is, 2022. I've gone all the way back to 2018, and I can pull up copies of every invoice ever done right through Square. Okay? A lot of people ask me, why do you use Square? You all are seeing why I use Square. Because they keep excellent records. Excellent records. They keep track of everything. They keep track of every time y'all log in. They keep track of everything you all click on when you log into the back office, what load board you clicked on, how long you on the load board, everything. Why is that the case? Because in case I have a dispute with someone, like I've had in the past, people who were not paying their monthly subscription fees, and then when it came time, they wanted to cancel, and they say that, well, I haven't been using the back office site, so I should know that. And guess what? I go pull it up in Square, and I pull up on Wix. I can pull up when they last time they paid. It even tells me if they looked at the invoice. It tells me if they actually opened the invoice and viewed it. So they tell me, well, I didn't get it in the invoice. That's a lie, because I'm looking at it and see if right here, you viewed it at this date, at this time. Okay, well, I haven't logged into the back office in almost a year. I go over to Wix and I pull it up. Well, that's a lie, because it tells me the last time you logged in was right here, and I can go and pull up all your logins. And what you clicked on in the back office. And all that can be taken to court. Because I've had to go to court 6 times with people who said that, they didn't owe us. Took them to court. Guess what? Won all 6 cases. All 6. Because data does not lie. You can't make the data lie, because it's third-party data. I don't have any access to change that data. It's third-party data. And the court will accept that third-party data every single time. Here and here is how I'm telling you all now how to collect your money. If you do what I tell you to do when you send out your invoice and you attach all that documentation, I'm gonna tell you all I'm to attach. The dispatch agreement, signed dispatch agreement, the rate confirmation, the BOL. If you attach all that to your invoices, if you ever get someone who says, I'm not gonna pay you, or they don't want to pay you, have y'all ever heard of small claims court? Have any of you ever heard of small claims court?
Yes.
Can't you take them to small claims court?
You can.
That's what it's for. Yeah, you have a signed legal document. You have a signed legal agreement that they freely entered into. Mm-hmm. All this stuff about reporting them to DOT, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Association, I did that the first couple of times when someone didn't want to pay me. DOT really doesn't do a whole lot to them. They'll put it on their record or what they can do, but they're still doing business. And they're still not going to pay you. But you take them to court, and you got this documentation, and you present this in court. Now, you don't even have to go to court. You just send in your evidence. Most of the courts now, when you do small claims, you do them on a Zoom meeting anyway. Mm-hmm. Okay, if they require you to be there. Most of them, you just send in your documentation, right? Or you get on the Zoom and you basically just email your documentation to them. Judge looking at the documentation, it's case closed. I have been to court 6 times from carriers that didn't want to pay me in 4 different states. Not only did I get what was owed me, but I got what it cost me to file the suit, that's $79.50 to file the small claim suit. I got that back, plus I got extra money for having to wait so long and taking off for this and that. It's kind of like what's called, it's not pain and suffering, it's
inconvenience is what it is.
yeah, but there's a legal term for it that the judge gave to, because there's one guy I had to take for it. I had 3 loads with him and he hadn't paid me on none of them, and it was like almost $1,200 is what he owed. But by the time the case we got to court and everything got settled and everything, you know, and the judge ruled, he wound up having to pay me like $3,100. And you gonna get it, because if they're still in business, guess what? The judge can order what? If you lose a lawsuit, what can they do?
Could they also put wage loss, because
Yeah,
you're going to court?
Yeah, it's wage loss and it's an inconvenience type thing. You know what it is, but the court can garnish
your wages.
Yeah, their income and revenue. The
Right.
court can
Punitive
yeah,
damage.
thank you. Punitive damages. Thank you. So on 3 of those cases, I got punitive damages. You will win every single time if you do what I tell you to do. If
Well,
you
just the
attach this stuff,
invoice alone, even on taxes, everything, it's telling you what they service you provided for them.
yeah, exactly. That's why you want to attach. That's why you want to attach that to every invoice, because you're basically
the bill of lading.
Yeah, you are basically warning them. You are basically
Right.
warning them, say, hey, look, don't screw me, because I got you. if you try to screw over me on this load, I got you. Okay, I got you, because I'm gonna take you to court, because I'm gonna win every time.
Yeah, because the rate confirmation sheet, everything that you get from the broker, you have
Come through you.
as document, and
It comes
then
through you.
the BOL, proof of pickup and delivery.
Yeah,
you have that as well.
Yeah, because it
And
all.
then you could ask when you go to court for the judge to have his logs.
Exactly.
It shows.
You can get all of that, because you got, because if even if your name is not on the BOL, which most times it's not, and not on the rate comp, right?
Right.
What legally ties you to it? Chain of evidence.
Right.
Chain, because it goes through your email. Because remember, when I always tell you all, you email that broker, right? Have the broker send it to you, and then you send it to the carrier.
Correct.
You have that link there, that chain. So you can pull up your email records. You send that to the court. You pull up your BOL, all that stuff. And the nail in the coffin is the dispatch agreement.
Right.
Okay. You provide that, you would get your money every single time, and you would get what you had to pay to file that suit, and you'll get punitive damages. I will say about 90% of the time.
Right.
Okay. Every time you'll collect your money, no matter what. Y'all hold on for a second.
Call for extension 0.
This is Calvin with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. I'm right in the middle of dispatch training.
Okay, Mr. I was calling to get the link for the meeting tonight at 8.
It's if you go to your back office, it's in the back office area on the training and curriculum. Okay. All right. Somebody trying to get into the meeting. Okay. Now you all would notice when people call me up and ask me for the back office links, so I never give them the links. I tell them to go to the back office.
That's not working, Calvin, because I tried that. That's why I came in a little late from when you actually started time. I had to go back to the receipt welcome to actually get in.
Yeah, so but it's in the back office. If you go to your back office, if you go to your mydispatcher.org,
I did that. And I tried to click the link for training tonight. it wouldn't connect me.
I don't know why. Did anybody else have that problem? That's a problem on your end.
I just automatically go to the email. I didn't even attempt to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I never have that problem, and most people don't have that problem. So you may have to check your settings on your computer where it's not allowing you to click on certain things for some reason.
Mr. Calvin, can you go ahead?
No, go ahead, hon.
No, I was just going to ask him, can he kind of like make that screen still so I can look at the invoice from top to bottom and not in like pieces?
I'm going to send it to y'all. I'm going to copy and paste.
You're going to send it through the email?
No, I'm just going to copy and paste it and send it the whole thing the way it's done up. Like, I mean, when you get into Square,
because I want to use that as a template.
Yeah, it'll pull it up anyway. But here's what I'm going to do. Let me do this because I can't. I can send you like something like. I'm not going to send you what you call it. I'm going to send you all this.
Now, when you do business with the broker, and y'all mentioned earlier the lumper, should that be included in before you and the carrier do conduct business with the broker? That if there's any additional charges as far as lumper fee,
that's actually part of the conversation. That's part of the conversation that you're gonna have when you first talk to the broker about the load.
That was a good question.
And you receive your. Remember, last week we talked about rate confirmations. We talked about things that you should discuss. Where if it's not on the rate confirmation, it does not exist. That was one of the reasons why we mentioned that in last week's training.
Okay, this is my first evening, so.
Yeah, but we'll get back to it, starting week after next. So we go through the whole thing all over again. But in your rate confirmation, or go back and watch that rate confirmation video, we talked about things you need to discuss with your broker before you sign that rate confirmation. If you get that rate confirmation and something is not in there that needs to be in there, you need to discuss it with that broker. You need to go over lump fees. You need to go over detention pay. You need to go over if the load is not accepted and all this other stuff. You need to have that clearly written into the rate confirmation that tells you, what's covered, what the fee is for this, how much, but see, lumper fees though is really determined by the receiving shipper or the shipper. Okay?
Right, but
so you
some brokers would pay for that.
Yeah, they do.
And then some is on the carrier, and then at the end you get reimbursed.
Yeah,
so
that's what Darren was talking about with the COM data checks.
Right.
And talking about the lumper fees. All right, y'all give me a second. This is the wording you want to use when you're preparing your invoices. I'm just sending this out to you all right now. This is the wording that you want to use.
That's going to our emails. Where is this going to the back office?
No. Hold on. It's right here. Check your message. I just sent it.
Hello, Mr. Calvin. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the chat box. I just sent the chat right through the chat box. You want to use this wording. Our records indicate that you completed a load, blah, 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 blah. And I'm gonna go over it in Square, and it'll be this video. You all can go back and watch it. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do right now is let's go back to Square and let's create a dummy invoice. This is basically what we're gonna do. Okay. We're gonna create a dummy invoice. So let's go to invoices. I'm gonna create a dummy invoice. All right, let's create an invoice. All right. Now, most of the invoices that I send out now are from this pages is the memberships and things like that. So I have it already preset. You all can preset your invoices to say certain things. Okay, you can have what's called your preset, you know, what's what I'm looking for? Your preset format. You can preset your
script.
Yeah, you can preset your invoices to reflect a certain script or format. I have this because I do this a lot. People, you know, signing up, you know, 2 or 3 signups a day. So instead of me having to go back and type all this stuff in, I just have it like this. And plus, I have it for those of you who are franchisees. If you're doing this, you don't have to worry about putting stuff in. All you got to do is change minor stuff. If they're getting the, you know, the $29 a month one, you just take that out and you put a 2 in there, and take out the 3. You know, you put a 2. Come down here, you take out the 3 from here, and you put a 2 there, and then you take that out and you put a 6. Okay, if they're doing the $99 one, you take the 3 out, you put a 9 in there, you put a 9 there, then you put 200 in, you know, right here on the save side. Then everything else is already kind of pre-done for you, right? You know, you change this from, you know, from one time to a reoccurring, if it's, you know, whatever the case may be. So you can preset your invoices in Square. That's another reason why I like it. Now, for invoicing purposes, you're going to want to have this, like, this is going to be your title. Load invoicing from your company name. Okay, I'm going to put RBBS Dispatchers Network. I'm not going to put member, I'm just put network. All right, so you're going to have this up here. Now, if you've got your customers already loaded up here, all you got to do is click on here, then you can pull up your customers. You see here? Y'all see how this is right here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pull up everybody who's ever, you know, ordered anything through RBBS. It's a lot of so you can go pull up the customers. So if you've got your carrier already loaded up, you can go in here and just pull them up. But in this instance, we're gonna make one up. We're gonna say dummy carrier, dummy trucking. Hold on, let me go back up here. We're gonna make one up. Oh, come on. I got so many in here, it automatically wants to put, it wants to put in the ones that I don't want to put this in. I don't want to do this. Give me a second. Remove that person. All right. Dummy trucking. All right. Create new customer. I can click that, create a new customer, dummy trucking. Okay. And there it is. It pops up his name, it pulls his first name, last name, and I put an email address in there. I'm gonna put who has a valid email address? Anybody want me to use your email address?
You can use mine.
I mean, I can use one of mine, but you know.
ALIYAH.
ALIYYAH.
RE313@gmail.com.
All right. And then give me a cell phone number real quick.
732.
Hold on here. That's 732
791 7398.
All right. Have that. All right, so we got a cell phone number. All right, enter an email or phone number are required. Yep, got that. All right, and basic customer name, last name, whatever. Additional information, company name, and now up here, you notice I put dummy trucker. I probably should have put the person's actual name up there, but let's just say, let's say his name is Dummy Johnson.
Oh, dummy.
Yeah, just dummy. All right, Dummy Johnson, and the name of his company is Dummy Trucker. Dummy Trucker. Okay. Billing address, we're gonna make something up. 123. Anywhere. Anywhere street. And I'm gonna put Tallahassee. And Florida, because that's where all the dummies at down here in Florida. Right there, we got a lot of dummies down here over there. All right, I'm gonna click save. All right, so there it is. I got that in there. You know, Dummy Trucking, Dummy Johnson, and Dummy Trucking. It's all in there. It's in profile. Load. I'm invoicing billing. It automatically creates an invoice number. It automatically creates the invoice ID. Then I'm going to put in my other stuff down here. You're gonna put down here our records indicate. You're gonna put this in. You know, our records indicate that you ran a that you provided RBBS Dispatch Network. You know, blah 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 1700. And no, but you want to put all this in, you know, down here. I'm gonna show you what you're gonna put. Give me a second. What you're gonna put in is you're gonna put in all right, I'm gonna put in, take this part out right here. National Dispatch Network, take the memo part out, take that part out right there. I'm gonna change the load number, you know, to, I wanna put in like, let's say, 555677. All right, that's load number, whatever it may be. All right, load info, picked up in Georgia with whatever, 600 miles in there. That's fine, I can leave that in there. All right, so you're gonna put in what the load actually did. So you're gonna put the actual load number in. You're gonna put in what load it did. The first thing you can put in, you gotta basically you want to have something that lets them know that you have this on file. Our records indicate that you completed a load that was provided to you via whatever your company name. Okay.
Mr. Calvin, can we retrieve? Yeah. How can we? Do we just need to copy this from the chat? How do we retrieve?
I mean, you can, but I'm gonna give this to you all in the chat, and you all can go back and watch this video if you want to at any time. It's gonna be on YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
But I'm giving it to you in the chat too. Okay. But you go back, but just go back and watch this video, and when you go into share, just follow what I did in the video from this point. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna need that link to YouTube.
Yeah, just go to our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, look for the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, and I'll shoot y'all the link here in just a second.
Okay.
Okay. Right. You're gonna put in load information. Okay. Pick up, drop, miles, what the rate was. Okay. You're also gonna remind them what your dispatch agreement says. So this is in your dispatch agreement. Per our dispatch agreement, 10% of the load fee is the agreed upon fee for this service. Please remit payment in the amount of 10% of that price right there, right? Conveniently via credit or debit card. Where's that phrase coming from? That phrase is coming from the dispatch agreement that you all pull up in the back office.
Right.
Okay, so you're gonna use that same phrase, but then but the only thing that you're gonna change from time to time is this right here. Whatever that rate is gonna be 10% of that. Okay, if you're charging 10%. If you're charging 6%, it's gonna be 6% of that. If you're charging 3%, it's gonna be 3% of that. So whatever you're charging, that's what it's gonna be. Okay. Date of service. I normally don't put that. You can put it. I normally don't put that. This is gonna be a one-time fee, right? Unless they're on a dedicated and you know what they're being paid on every load, and 5 days a week or whatever this is, you want to bill them weekly, you would change this from one time to reoccurring. And if you change it to reoccurring, it tells you how often you can put it in for how often you want to do it. You can do it each week, each month, each day, whatever the case may be. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. But in this case, it's just one time. All right. And you're going to send it. I've got mine set to send it for 30 days later because you all signed up, you all receive your invoices 30 days later. But you're going to send it immediately, right? And you're going to put due in. I usually give them, 7 days or 3 days. If you want to give them 3 days, 3 business days, you come down here. Or the day is what? Thursday, Friday. That's not a business day. That's not a business day. That is. So you're going to have it due on the 2nd. Okay, which is 6 days, 3 to 4 business days. All right. That's when it's due. You have to pay it by that time. You send it immediately, but it's due by that time. All right. Then you come down here and you're gonna put in whatever the invoice is, the invoice number. Where is it at? So it should have generated. What's my invoice number?
It was a 1075.
Yeah, it generated the invoice number somewhere, brother.
Right on the invoice title. Right on the invoice title.
Oh, there it is, right there.
It's
All right,
1075.
Thank you. So I'm gonna put in invoice number 1075. Right here, I'm gonna put in invoice 1075. Okay. I'm just using this just one time. Now, if you want to create a library for it, you can put in invoice number and then you put that in the library, but don't put the number in and just put the number in as you go along. Okay. Okay. So I'm using this one time, or you can create a library for it, right? Library. So if you need to pull up anything, all you gotta do is just click right here and it pulls up everything that's in your library. Y'all see what I mean? Y'all see how it goes?
Yeah.
All right. But you're not doing that. So you're just gonna do that right there. And the amount is gonna be what? 170. It's gonna be 170.
170.
Now you can do it like this right here. You can have the invoice number, you can have the quality of 1, right? You can do over here, you can put 1,700, 10%, whatever. I just do, you can just do that and then put 170. Okay. It was just one load, 170. Now this is going to show tax because I have mine set up for federal, for 11% on federal tax. So I'm not going to change it because you all won't do it, but you can go into your settings and put no tax for invoices for loads. Okay, because you're not going to charge tax on loads. I charge tax on things that you all purchase through the system because I have to pay federal tax. So you always want to collect tax if you're charging for some type of reoccurring service or some type of item or anything like that, because you're gonna have to pay taxes, okay, at the end of the year. So I always do that. That way my taxes are kept separate in my Square account. So because I got my Square account set up to where it shows me how much I've collected in taxes for the year. So when I transfer money, I have a tax account with my bank and I have my regular business account in it. So when I transfer money, the tax amount goes to my tax account. The face value goes to my business account. Y'all see how that works? I love Square. Square is great. I'm telling y'all right now, Square does some phenomenal things. It's great. All right.
But
so there you have it.
Calvin, wouldn't the invoice be considered because you provided a service with them. So you're sending them a bill. So wouldn't you have to do the tax like you have it?
No, because invoicing, you have an agreement where you only charge them 10%.
Right.
Now, if you put that in your agreement, 10% plus tax, then you can do that.
Okay, so wouldn't that be better to do it like that?
No,
because you're providing them a service.
Yeah, but you're gonna
It's
have
like,
a lot of but you're gonna create but here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna create a problem with carriers.
Yep.
That's just another big hurdle that you're gonna have to get over with your carriers.
okay.
I can tell you right now, if you send a carrier an invoice and you got tax on it, 9 out of 10 carriers you send that to, they're gonna call it, man, I ain't paying no damn tax.
Yep.
You know, because it's just not done in the industry.
Yeah. Truckers
It's
are
just
funny.
not done. Brokers don't charge you. Look, do carriers charge broker a tax?
Nope.
Do brokers charge shippers a tax?
Nope.
Then you're not gonna charge the carrier tax. Okay. It's not something that's done industry wide. Okay?
But this whole thing is set up very similar to a broker system. I used to be a freight broker, a freight agent.
Yeah.
It operates. I like this better. You still can make money off of it.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have this right here. Now you can preview this. Click on it, and you can preview it. So pull up the preview. You pull up the PDF. And we're gonna go ahead and open up that PDF. It's gonna put my brand and logo on it and all this stuff right there. You can update it and see, there it is. Pull it up. Load invoice billing from RBBS National Special Network. Invoice number, date February 24, bill to Dummy Johnson. Okay, bill to Dummy Johnson. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. Since I did this, I've got this on here. I'm gonna see if I can send this to you all in the message board. I'm gonna see if I can send this to you all in the message board. Let me try this. I'm gonna try this. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. Can y'all click on that and pull that up? Click on it, see if it'll pull it up.
On what?
I just sent.
Oh, okay.
I just sent you a link to that invoice in the message board. Click on it, see if it will pull it up. See if y'all can pull up the PDF.
No, it's asking us to sign in.
Okay, all right, so that's not gonna work. Give me a second. I know what will work though. Give me a second. I know what will work. I know what will work.
Save it as a PDF and then send it.
Nah, hold on. I know what's gonna work with it. It's not that. But give me a second.
What is a link to Square?
Well, it's a link to the PDF. But just hold on for a second.
Well, I use QuickBooks.
Yeah, just hold on for a second. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and send this to that email address, the person who put the email address in. All right. So you're gonna get it. Let me know when you got it.
All right.
Hey, Calvin, I noticed when you were pushing some of the tabs, you can even do payroll with this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, with Square you can do payroll, which we go over that. I go over that in the franchise training, because I list you all as when you get a franchise, I list you as contractors, and that's how we pay you. But Square charges you for payroll though. I'm just letting y'all know Square will charge you for payroll. And it gets pretty expensive.
I got it.
Okay, great. All right, so you got it. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the invoices. I'm gonna pull up the invoices, and I'm gonna show you all that invoice. Now, Now I can send you all the what you call it, and you'll get it. Now don't pay it now. Don't pay it. I'm just saying. Don't pay it. Give me a minute. It's refreshing.
Calvin, why that's doing that? So I was talking to this lady who has a truck, and she was saying that she was new, and she said she was getting ready to come over with me, but she gotta wait for 30 days because the broker have her in a signed agreement for 30 days. So can we put that in ours too?
Can you put what now?
He has her locked in for 30 days with him.
Are you a broker or a dispatcher?
I'm sorry, a dispatcher. I said the broker. I'm sorry.
Okay.
She said the dispatcher.
Okay. Okay. Because I was wondering what did that have to do with you? That's strange because look, most carriers won't sign an exclusive agreement.
Yeah.
She was new.
Who, the carrier was new?
No, the girl who just bought the trucks and stuff. She knew. She real new.
So like the carrier.
The
carrier.
The carrier. She knew.
So she let somebody sign her to an exclusive dispatch agreement
for 30 days. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, she is new. She's new and naive.
You're gonna learn from that right one, right, Mr. Calvin? She gonna learn from that point.
Yeah.
Well, she said she didn't really read it and she signed it, and then he told her afterwards, and then she was like, hey, I didn't even know it till I read.
She ready to get a load.
Yeah. Now, haven't I told you all that most owner operators don't read?
Right.
They don't read those.
So if you have
they don't read those contracts. They don't read the BOL. They don't read the confirmation. That's why I tell you all to read it, because they're not gonna read it.
Right.
So if they have a dispatch agreement with you, they can't use another dispatcher with another company.
Yeah, they can.
No, yeah, they can. She just got suckered into that.
Nobody does that. An exclusive agreement.
Yeah. Look, nobody does an exclusive agreement with dispatchers. Nobody.
That broker smelled fresh meat.
No, yeah, that dispatcher smelled fresh meat. I mean, yeah. she got played.
Yep,
she got played. She got played. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna share it.
Mr. Calvin, let me ask you something. Where, I know this might sound like a silly question. Where are truckers usually found online? Is it mostly Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn?
Okay. That's the very first video in the How to Dispatch series.
Okay.
Okay. Which we're gonna go back and go over when we get to that point. Yeah, that's the very first. That is the very first step in How to Dispatch series. In the How to Dispatch series, how to find and locate carriers.
Yep. Oh yeah, I've seen that with the directory and that or whatever. I was just thinking like in terms of like social media.
Oh, they're everywhere. I mean, you go to just pull up trucking groups, pull up trucking groups, pull up, it's just owner operators. Go to Facebook and go to groups and type in owner operators.
Gotcha.
Okay, and you'll see a whole slew of groups.
Right.
The Owner Operators Network, the Truckers Lounge, Truckers Disrespected, Owner Operators Disrespected,
Trucker Talk.
So,
all types of groups.
You said what? You said Trucker what?
Trucker Talk.
Yeah. All right. Now I just sent you all the link to that invoice. Can you click on it and open it up? Everybody should have it. this is what you all should be able to do. You should be able to click on it, and it should open up like this.
Mr. Kevin, may I ask a question?
Sure.
I am not at my computer at present. I'm watching by phone. Will I be receiving also that piece you just sent out to everyone, or do you need my email address as well?
Are you just on the phone, or are you watching us on
I'm away from home on the iPhone, yes.
So you're watching us on the phone?
Yes, sir.
All right. There should be a place for you to pull up the messages.
Messages, okay.
On that iPhone. You should be able to, in Zoom on your iPhone, you should be able to pull up the messages.
Okay, I'm not in Zoom then, okay, but I can access you.
What are you on, YouTube?
Must be YouTube, yes. Because I can just go into my dispatcher and put RRB in there, and everything pops up for me on my iPhone.
Hold on here, let me.
But normally if I'm at home, I am on my laptop though.
Well, okay, is this Quenisha Murray? No, it's not.
This is Linda Medors.
Linda McDoor. Hold on, I'm see if you're on.
Medors, yes, Wisconsin.
Does it say iPhone? Lovely iPhone?
No, it doesn't. No, it's just iPhone. iPhone 8, I believe is what I have.
I see Sunita iPhone. I see Lovely iPhone. I see something that just says iPhone.
Okay, that might be very well me. Oh, it might. Yes, it is. That's me. Yes, it indicates me on the side. Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me try something here. I'm gonna try. Did you get it?
What am I tapping on to get it? Just
I sent a direct message to you, whatever said iPhone, or is that somebody else?
No, I think it's probably me, but I can't retrieve anything. No, sir.
You should be able to pull it up. You should be able to pull it up on your Zoom that you're on iPhone.
Okay. I'll try.
Because you're in the Zoom. You're in the Zoom, so you should be able to pull that message up.
Okay, I'll try when I get home. It might be there.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
Thank you.
But it's somewhere there.
If you put your email in the chat, I'll email it to you.
Okay, thanks. Chat.
Awesome.
There's chat. Okay, got you.
Okay, now you got it?
Yes, sir.
All right, there you
yes,
go.
Yes, sir. It was just loading up. That's it, taking time.
Yeah,
thank you,
it's
sir.
right in the chat. All right, cool.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right, so that's the invoice. Now you all have a copy of it that you can go back and you can look at, and you can use that to help set up what's called. Now, for those of you who don't know how to sign up with Square, I'm going to shoot you all a link. I'm going to shoot everybody a link on how to get signed up with Square. Hold on for a second here. It's done. Okay, Square, business. Where we at here? Marketing, loyalty, software, Square for restaurants, Square for retail, checkout, online, risk management. Give me a second, it's somewhere in here. Subscriptions.
What is all the credentials you need to be able to sign up a business account with Square? Where's the qualifications?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to find something right now. I'll get to that in just a second. Let me find this. I'm trying to find, where is that at? I think it's not in appointments. Non-subscription contracts. Oh, let me go to settings. There we go. Account settings. Should be in settings. All right, here we go. Authorize free process. There we go. Right there. All right. So all right, this is the link when you're doing Square. So I'm going to see you all now. to everyone. All right, there's the Square link. Not sure if that's a link, but let me see if I can do this to where it's actual link. Let me share it on Facebook. It should pop up as a link on there. Nope, it still gives me what you call it. Oh shoot! It gives me all this Facebook stuff. I don't want all that. I just want the Square link. Let me see if I can send this and see if that will, see if y'all can pull this up. Chat. All right, see if y'all can click on that. I know it's a lot, but it's you should be able to click on it.
Yes, it goes to sign up.
All right,
yes,
cool.
it's there. Yes.
All right, there you go. All right. All right, there you go. All right, cool. All right. So that's how y'all get signed up with Square. All right. The credentials you're gonna need with Square. That's a very good question because Square is very picky. Very picky. Okay. Square is very, very, very picky. When you are signing up with Square, everything is gonna have to be the same. So, and here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need your EIN number, your tax identification number. You're gonna need your articles of incorporation. So you're gonna have to be set up either as you're gonna be set up with your state as a legal business entity. So you gotta file for your sole proprietorship, LLC, corporation, or however you're gonna file. You need to go ahead and get that done. Okay. You're going to need a business bank account. You also, what else? You're gonna have to be registered with your states where they can go into your state. Like in Florida, it's sunbiz it's sunbiz.com, whatever it is, and you have to be registered on there on your state corporation's website. You got to have your articles of incorporation, so you got to be set up as a business. You got to need your EIN number. Your business name on all of that is going to have to be the exact same. On your bank account, on your EIN number, on your state filing. It's got to be the exact same across the board. The address you are using has to be the same on all of that. Your business account, your EIN number, and on your state filing, your articles of incorporation. Everything has to be exactly the same across the board. If you put on the state filing, your business name is the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, but your business account has centers, Square ain't gonna take you. They're just that picky. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
They are just that picky. Whatever phone numbers you use them use the same number across the board. Address, same address across the board. The name of your company, same name across the board. Everything has to be exactly the same. If it's not, they're gonna kick it back. They're not going to accept you. You're not gonna be able to get set up to take credit card payments, doing all that type of stuff. They are extremely, extremely, extremely picky. Now, I've seen some people go to get signed up with Square, and then I don't know. Square either missed it to begin with, and they started doing business 6-7 months down the road. They're doing business. They got all this stuff tied up to Square. Then Square cuts them off. So they found
Mr. Butler.
So they found a discrepancy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
then I have a question, sir. So then it's best not to sign up for anything pretty much until you get your business number as well.
Exactly.
Because at present I do have pretty much everything, my personal phone number, home address, and all the above.
Yeah. make sure you have everything that you need and have it uniform across the board before you go sign up for Square.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Because if there's discrepancies, I mean, Square may accept you to begin with, but that's worse than not getting accepted at all. Because you get accepted, you start doing business, and all of a sudden, Square freezes your account.
Okay, got you. Okay,
You
great.
don't want that.
Great. And since I'm on this note, could I ask you one other question?
Sure.
About the 800 number? Is there any other vendor maybe that's offering 800 business numbers besides Grasshopper?
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. You can Google.
You can do Google Voice.
What is that?
Google Voice.
Google Voice. Okay.
Google Voice.
Okay.
Well, that's gonna be a problem when you get ready to start doing banking, but you can do if you have Xfinity, Xfinity will give you a business line.
Yeah,
who is that?
$15. Xfinity.
Google Voice. Google Voice.
The cable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Google Voice will get you in trouble when you're trying to apply for loans, lines of credit, or trying to set up a bank account.
Yeah.
Okay. So
she can do Mighty Call as well.
Yes.
Mighty Call.
Mighty Call. Okay.
Yeah.
We're out of Wisconsin. That doesn't sound familiar to me, but maybe I just don't know about them. But
Yeah.
I'll try those. Thank you.
Yeah. Google Voice is not a good one to use when you're setting up a business.
Okay. So
you can check with your local your local, like any of the phone companies, the cell phone companies, just the cheapest one. Cheapest one to get a phone number.
Yeah, they can assign you a toll-free number.
But do they do the recording now? The voice recording, like you were talking about, Mr. Butler.
I'm sorry.
But do some of these
wants the voice recording.
Hold, one person at a time.
Do they do the voice recording?
Do they do voice recordings, like leave messages and things like that?
You know how you said that you like to do the voice recording just in case if you have to reference back to it on a conversation?
Oh yeah.
Nah, they're not gonna.
I have that through a separate company. I have that. That's through my iPhone.
Oh, okay.
That's through my iPhone. Like the call comes in, and I tell them, okay, this call is being monitored. This call I was recording for quality control. Yeah, I have that on my iPhone. It's just an app that I have on my phone. I can click record, and then I can record, a phone conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna put another company in the chat room. It's called Freedom Voice.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. All right. So that's invoice training. Okay. So you all got the invoice. We want to show y'all how to create the invoice. We've shown you all what you need to attach to the invoices every time. Don't slip. Make sure you attach that stuff every single time. We show you all. We've shown you all the importance of attaching that stuff and having it in your Square. So if you ever get to a point where somebody doesn't want to pay you, don't waste your time trying to file something against the authority, because DOT is not really going to do anything to you. Take them to court. That's what small claims court is for. Take them to court, baby. And you get your money every time. You got that dispatch agreement. If you got that BOL, you got that rate con, and it all ties into your email, you get your money 100% of the time. And they ain't gonna have no choice but to pay you, because the court can go right into their bank account and take it out. The court can cipher right from their next deal. Or they can garnish, their invoices or just whatever they get their revenue, or however they do it. The court can get it. Okay, and they will get it, and you'll get your money 100% of the time. All right, but that's why I don't worry about factory companies on the dispatcher side, because I can always, file small claims court, and I'm going to get my money and more most of the time. I'm going to get my money and more. Y'all hold on for a second. I'm in my class right now. Hold on. So what? Okay, I'm in my class right now. All right. But the court is going to get that money every single time. All right. All right. Hi, Michelle, you there? Michelle.
I'm here.
Okay. Hold on. Let me stop my share real quick so I can get over to and make you give you the presenter co-host control. Okay, make co-host. There we go. I just sent you a thing. I'm asking you to accept the co-host.
Okay.
All right, everybody. I am turning it over to Michelle, and she has the co-host capabilities. She should have co-host capability.
Might have it. Where is it?
You should be able to share your screen and all that type of stuff. And
okay.
You got it?
I don't see the where do you send it?
You see your screen? You see the thing down at the bottom? Where it says share screen and all that type of stuff?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, there you go. All your controls at the bottom. Share screen, stop share, and all that type of stuff. So I'm turning it over to you. Michelle is going to take over, and she's going to show us how to find those military loads. All right, it's all yours, Michelle.
Okay, so I know a lot of us throughout the course were asking about military loads. So, I took it upon myself to have a look to see what would be required in order to facilitate that. Hold on a second. My background volume off. Okay. It's pretty cut and dry, but it's a lot that goes into it. And there are certain things that you have to have. And if you can't have them, or you can't get them, you can't do military freight, and it won't matter. Really here. Okay. So essentially speaking, there are like 3 main ways that you guys can actually get. I don't know what I can't hear. Sorry for that.
You can't hear us?
I don't know, something. It's like a noise or something.
Probably somebody in the background. It might be me. Let me mute my mic.
Now we can't hear you if you're talking.
Weird.
Hold on. Okay, y'all can hear me, but something happened with her. She froze.
Yeah.
Am I back?
There you go. Yeah, you're back.
I'm back. Is that right still? Okay, good. Okay. All right, so there's 3 main ways that you guys can get into it. The main one and the easiest one is by getting hooked up with a broker who's already connected. The second main way is to actually get a carrier that's already approved and lease trucks, which actually works into the whole program that you got going. But you can lease to a carrier who's already doing business with the military, or the carrier can go directly and become a FAK carrier. Let's see. So it takes approximately 2 to 4 weeks, at least according to the the affairs, the military public affairs officer. So it takes about 2 to 4 weeks for the main process to happen, and then it takes the SDDC about a day to approve it once you guys turn in everything that you need to turn in, or basically your carriers turn them in, or you turn it in on behalf of your carriers, however you guys want to do it.
Okay, question for you. Mm-hmm. Are you looking at a website right now?
Well, I'm looking for my references. essentially. But I do,
Okay.
yeah. You want me to put the website in?
No, just share your screen.
Okay, let me see. All right, hold on. Okay, you see it. Okay, there. I got you. All right, see if y'all can see what I'm seeing. Front. Shrinking mine down. Okay, can you guys see that?
All right, there we go.
Okay, so on this site, which is the overdriveonline.com, they have an entire section. That's actually a two-part section that talks about the details as far as getting involved. I also have the links to the actual applications, and inside the applications, in case anybody gets worried while they're trying to apply, all of that's the same information I'm talking about is actually pretty much within each of those applications. I have two different websites with the application. Whichever one suits you or is easier for you to understand is probably the one you should get. Let's see. The first one on a skag. Hold on. Okay, Michelle. Okay, here, the SDDC FCRM welcome package. That's one of the main things that you guys will have to have. And actually, I think this other site actually has a better version of it. Okay, this thing keeps coming down on top of my screen. Hold on. Please stop coming down on top of my screen. No. Jeez. Sorry, this thing is blocking. Okay, this one's better. This one from the aptac-us.org. I think theirs is a little bit easier to navigate. Let me put the chat or whatever. And let's see. Anyway, you go through the, why is my thing so small? Sorry, I'm not used to you doing this directly with my screen shared.
Yeah, it takes some practice.
Otherwise, I was, right there. Hold on. Okay, where is my Zoom?
Yeah, it takes some practice.
It does.
I know.
Okay.
I make it. Yeah,
You make it look easy,
but
but yeah, like when you're sharing this. Okay, I'm frozen. Sorry, I am frozen. Can you? Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. Let me go back up. I don't know. All right. All right, here we go. This is the screen I'm looking for. Second. This is blocking my screen. I'm trying to pull this up, but this I don't know what this is. It's covering up my buttons. Whatever.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice to know how to navigate this Zoom thing.
I'd rather, can we go back to just not sharing my screen?
Yeah, just
because I'm literally
just click where it says stop share.
If I could pull the Zoom up. Okay, let me.
You should have like a little.
There we go. Okay, sure. Stop.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Okay. I'd rather share. I'll share you guys the links. That way you can kind of pull them up.
Yeah,
my screen keeps freezing, and then the little thing that where we're supposed to have our options just keeps going over my buttons. So I'm sitting here looking crazy because I'm trying to click them, and it's just
Just go ahead and chat out that link.
I'll just give you guys the links.
Chat the links out.
Yeah, that's a lot faster.
But basically what you're saying is that you have to have a SAC. You have to have a SAC code.
That's one of the things you have to have.
Yeah, that's one of the things you gotta have.
Yeah.
Gotta have that. And then it's about what, 3 or 4 other things you gotta have.
So let's see, go back over here. All right. So the essential things that you got to have, there's like several steps that you guys have to go through in order to get it. So first, of course, like you said, getting the SCAT code is the first step. The second step is getting a U.S. bank, but it has to be the Syncada, powered by Syncada, whatever, U.S. bank Syncada. If you don't have that, if you can't get that, you cannot run freight for them because they won't find no other options for you to get paid.
Nope.
They don't care. The third thing you have to do is to complete the online registration for the SDDC, which I have already pulled up. Fourth is you have to obtain your performance bond. This breaks it down to where you can see that your bond will be $25,000 to run in up to 3 states, $50,000 for 4 to 10 states, and $100,000 for 11 or more states. Let's see. So large operations are required to maintain $25,000 for single states. 50 is, so it's different if you're smaller. The first thing I've named off, that's mainly for smaller carriers, but when you have a larger carrier, then it has a whole different way that they require you to run things and to maintain.
Michelle, do they require a certain amount of insurance to pull that?
Most of hold on. I know you have to have the bond. Let's see. Yeah, cargo insurance. You got to have. That's what. Yeah, I'm working my way through the list. So I was just on that part alone. I was on the performance bond.
They're probably gonna require that 1.2 million.
Yeah. So for 5, let's see. Basically, you have to forward your bond information, and in 6 is what you guys are talking about, which is obtaining at least $150,000 of cargo insurance, or for bulkier fuel carriers, $25,000 worth.
That ain't bad.
I guess they have some parallel subcontracting programs with Menlo Worldwide as well, but I mean, for the most part, those are the main things that you have to have in order to even consider it. Like I said, originally, if you want to find the easiest way to get in, they say get a broker who's already certified, already set up with them, because they're gonna have everything that you need, and they're gonna help you so that you can run for them.
Or at least to a carrier that already has.
Yeah, no, I said that easiest way. They said that according to them, the easiest way to get in as far as finding freight, or if you want to be able to get that freight for military freight, is to go through a broker. But you can also lease to a carrier who's already certified with them.
Okay. All right.
But even if you go through a broker, wouldn't that carrier still have to qualify through their standards? So basically, the broker would have to make sure that you qualify to their standards.
Right. The broker should already be aware and know what it is that you require. But as far as being able to get connected in order to facilitate yourself to get in that direction, they just say that the easiest way to be able to connect yourself and to be able to get to that freight and it is to actually get connected with a broker that will help facilitate that with you.
Okay.
But you guys got, like I said, you got to get the SCAC forms. You have to get the
Yeah, because they're strict, the military.
Yeah, they're very strict. That's what I'm saying
strict.
about as far as the paperwork is concerned. If you're unable to provide the paperwork, it won't matter who you connect with. If you can't,
Yeah.
You gotta have all your ducks in a row.
Right.
Yep.
And your scores. Where is that part at? It talks about your score, your scores on the safer site. You have to have a certain level.
Your stats have to be a high performance safety.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
I
welcome that.
Yeah, we ran quite a few military loads when I was with Covenant Transport. They run a lot of military freight. But that's Covenant. Okay. Covenant is probably one of the best companies out there, carriers out there that's running freight. They're all teams. That's what the military like. They like having teams. So when you're running their load, you can't leave the load unattended at no time. Not for a second. So if you pull up somewhere, one person has to stay with that load at all times. One person got to stay in the truck at all times. So that's why Covenant has a lot of military freight. So Covenant is a 100% team driving company. Truck never stops. One person sleep, one person drive, and we ran a lot of military freight. We had one high security freight that we ran, and I know it was high security. I have never seen this before in my life in trucking. Well, not me personally, but when we got the load, we had to go into a briefing, and they issued us tasers, not the kind where you just come up on somebody, the kind that the police have when you shoot them out. They issued us tasers, and we had escorts the whole way there. Didn't know what was in it. We weren't allowed to know what we were carrying, what we were hauling. But let's just say we had armed escorts, and we had the issue tasers. So you can just imagine what it was. But
some of the military equipment is considered heavy equipment. Also.
Yeah, a lot of it, because even if
you have to have a special permit.
Even if you're carrying munitions, that ammo gets heavy.
Right.
You carry enough of it, it's heavy.
Right. Okay. They have both. They carry regular things. That's what it says, that they carry a lot of the regular freight, but it's just specialized for military. And then
so and a lot of times you have no idea what you're hauling. I mean, it could be anything. Anything. So, but anyway,
they might have one day and carry their trucks down the road.
All right.
Just so you guys know, the fee is a $68 fee when you apply online, and $78 if you file by paper for the SCAC.
Cool. Yeah. I filed mine online when I was a broker, and it was like $68. So, all right. Well, thank you, Michelle.
All right, I'll add the links so that you guys can see, and everything I'm saying, and the details will be in everything that I'm sending.
All right,
so
cool.
You guys will, and I have a resource just so you know of someone who's a little bit more familiar. Yeah, if you guys want that resource, just inbox me and I'll let you know who you can contact.
Cool. All right, thank you, thank you,
guys.
All right, everybody. All right, so that's pretty. Well, give me a second. Yeah, I'm in the middle of training. Huh? I'm in the middle of training. I haven't had time to look at it yet. I'll check it. I'm in a minute. Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. But what was I at? Oh, that's pretty much the training for tonight. So everybody got the dispatch training as far as the invoices and everything you need to know on that. Now, next week, what we're going to be going over is we're going to have like a little intermission between when we start back up on the dispatch training again. We'll start back from the beginning week after next. But next week, we're still going to have our Thursday night training. But hopefully, I'm going to be able to present you all with the full finished website for the leasing division for RBBS Transport. Some of you, those of y'all who don't know, what I'm doing with my dispatch firm is I am adding what's called easy lease is what I call it. But basically what it is a national lease network that is fueled by people who own their own trucks. Okay, people who own trucks, then it's it's a private owners leasing network. It's basically what it is. And I can show you all what I've got done so far. I've been working on it pretty much nonstop all week, and I'm trying to have it done by Friday. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here real quick and show you all what I've got done so far and kind of explain it to you all. Let's see here. Where we at? Let me get rid of some of this other stuff. Get rid of these invoices. Get rid of that. 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 All right. Where we at here? There it is right here. All right. This is what I've got so far. Now I haven't finished the website, so it's not live yet. But when I finish with it, I'm just giving you all a kind of a preview of what we've got going on with it so far. All right. All right. This is what it looks like so far. Come in, RBBS Transport, LLC, national network of semi-trucks for lease by private owners. Okay. The about page, Easy Lease. Our private owners truck leasing agency knows how challenging it can be to pursue your dreams of becoming an owner operator, but leasing a vehicle with us is easy, affordable, and fun, hence the name Easy Lease. Easy Lease. Since 2016, RBBS Transport LLC has provided owner operators with great paying and high dollar freight. And now, with our Easy Lease program, we now provide the industry with the easiest and most convenient way to lease a commercial truck or tractor trailer. Driving experience, time on the job, and credit are not an issue. With Easy Lease, all you need is a valid CDL, your authority, and insurance. Our private asset owners are eager to lease to you. Our rates are affordable, and our service is impeccable. And best of all, you keep 100% of your load fees. So browse our inventory, select the lease option, and let us help shift your career as a lease owner operator into high gear. It goes, you got a little contact information, then kind of go through the site. Got another, about us page where you can go and look at the about us page, which is separate. And we have examples of the type of vehicles that we lease out. You go to where it says our vehicles, and it basically tells you right here the type of vehicle that we lease out. Box truck, $700 to $950 weekly. Tractor with trailer, $1,600 to $1,900 weekly. Tractor without trailer, $1,000 to $1,500 weekly. Now, for those that say, well, that sounds like a lot, actually, it's not. Okay, so here's the deal. When you go to one of these companies that leases trucks, like let's say you sign on to like Warner's lease program or JB Hutt lease program, okay, there's a lot of hidden fees that they don't tell you about. And the nature of that lease is you're gonna be paying a whole bunch of money. Because here's what happens. On just about every lease program out there, when you sign up for it, first things first, you gotta qualify. They want you to have at least 6 months to a year driving experience, right? Has anybody ever leased a truck? Or do you know about lease programs?
Yeah, they do. And then
Yeah.
a lot of times they have a balloon note at the end before you
Yeah, they're gonna want you to have 6 months to a year driving experience. If you want to own your truck after the lease, you got a big balloon payment at the end. Even if they don't have that, your normal payment for a lease is gonna be this right here. Normally your lease payment, they have what's called a lease payment, which is usually around $700, $750 per week, okay? Doesn't sound like much, right? $700, $750 a week. But
sometimes it's higher than that.
Yeah, but you also don't get to collect 100% of your load fee. You may collect 70 to 75% of your load fee. So what are they really making off you? See, here's the deal. If you're running loads, and let's say you're running loads and you're making $8,000 a week, on your loads, right? You're running loads, 8,000, that's about average. Now, that's on the low end. Because I dispatch, I show y'all how I find freight for people and have them $10, $12, $15,000 a week in load fees. All right. But let's say just measly $8,000 a week, okay, on load fees. If you're only getting 70% of the load fee, that means they're taking what? 30%, right? That's $2,400 a week. Plus 2,400, that's $2,400 a week plus the $750. That's $2,400 a week plus that $750. So they're actually getting about $3,150 a week from you.
They're taking
on
out
average.
insurance from you also.
Exactly. The insurance from you and all that other stuff. So by the time you finish up, when you get your settlement statement each week out of that $8,000 dollar load, you're really gonna have about $3,500, maybe $4,000, right? If that, if that, okay. So
a lot of times, Mr. Calvin, they just make it running the guys just to make enough to make their note.
exactly. So what we have come up with, because I own 9 trucks. Yeah, I own 9 trucks. All of them are leased out. Okay, they're all leased out. My lowest one is $1,250 per week. Highest one is $1,500 per week. The day I bought my trucks, I owned them free and clear. And 6 of my 9 trucks are brand new. Okay, I bought them brand new. And the day I walked off the dealership, I had the title to them. Use my used truck, same thing. I have the title to them. How was I able to do that? My first truck that I bought was I bought it for $128,000. It was listed at $140,000. But because I got a business line of credit, okay, I went out and got a business line of credit for $225K. Went to the Volvo dealership down in Pennsylvania and bought a brand new Volvo for $128K, $129. Why? Because that business line of credit is basically just a business credit card. It's a line of credit. And because it's a line of credit, anything you purchase with it, you own it, because the asset is not attached to that line of credit. The line of credit is attached to your business, not to any asset you buy. Just like you got a credit card now, you got a credit card, and why do you buy a watch with your credit card? If you don't make that credit card payment, are they gonna come take your watch? No. Same thing with the business line of credit. That's all the business line of credit is. It is the credit card for your business, basically. Now, I got this business line of credit. I bought my first truck, $128,000, right? Am I paying interest on the whole $225,000? No. I pay interest on the amount that I charged on that business credit card. So my interest payment on that $128,000 was like $460 something, almost $470 something per month. Because I was just paying interest only. I wasn't paying interest plus principal trying to pay it down. I was just paying just the interest just to keep the card active. Right? So I'm paying like $470 something per month. But I leased that truck out for $1,250 per week. You all see how profitable that is? All right? I leased it out for $1,250 per week, and I'm paying $450 per month. So $1,250 per week times 4.33 weeks in a month, I'm bringing in basically $5,412 per week minus $470. That's what I was bringing in from that one truck. Now I have 9 of them. Some a little bit more, some a little bit, all of them are more, at least I'm all out for more than $1,250. So what happened was the first year, I just racked up my money on that, right? So you got basically $1,250 per week, $12.50 a week times 52 weeks in a year. So I racked up $65,000 on that one truck, right? Now I didn't pay my what's called it down. I just was paying just the interest on it, right? So that $65,000 plus whatever I made from dispatching, whatever was in that. At the end of the year, what I did was I paid down my line of credit because now I'm gonna show you what happened. I actually went back out because I had another $100,000 still left on my line of credit. So I actually went out and bought 2 used trucks. One was like 40-something thousand, the other was like 52,000, whatever. So I bought 2 used trucks. All right. I got 3 used trucks now, but I bought 2 used trucks that same year. And I leased both them out. Even the used trucks, actually one of the used trucks I leased out for more than I leased the new truck out for. Because I got it and a trailer with it also too. So I'm leasing both the truck and the trailer, and I leased it out for $1,400 per week. And the other truck I leased it out for, I think, right at $1,200 per week. So I had 3 trucks averaging, let's say, $1,250, $1,300 per week. So you're looking at 3 trucks, average $1,300 a week, times 3. Looking at $3,900 a week, times 52 weeks, $202,000. So what do I do at the end of the year? That plus my dispatching plus whatever else I was doing, I went and paid down my line of credit. And now I've got $202,000 of yearly revenue coming in, right? I want y'all to follow me on this. So I've got one line of credit for $225,000. I pay that line of credit down, right? I pay that $120,000 line of credit down, and I pay off my dues, and I pay the line of credit down. Now I own the truck because I had the title the day I got it. Now, because I now have revenue, a lot more revenue that's coming in, what do you think I did? If I want to take a guess at what you think I did.
Paid your line of credit off.
Well, yes, I did that too. But now that I have a lot more verifiable, reoccurring revenue,
and you built an asset at the same time.
Well, no, I went out and got 2 more lines of credit.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because now my business is flowing. I've got a business that's generating $202,000 per year. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now I can go and qualify for more lines of credit. So that's how lines of credit work. So I went out and got 2 more lines of credit. Okay, one was for $200,000, the other one was for another $225,000. So now I got 3 lines of credit. I got 3 lines of credit, right? $225 on one, plus $200 on the other one, plus another $225 on the third one. So now I'm sitting on $650,000 of line of credit. What do y'all think I did?
Ask for an increase.
Well, I went out and got more trucks.
Or you got more. I mean,
yeah, when I got more trucks.
Yeah, you got an increase so you can get more trucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I started out with 3. So then I went out and bought what? 5 more new trucks and 1 more used truck.
Yeah, more trucks, yeah.
That's how I got 9 trucks right there. I bought 5 more new trucks at about $120,000, $120,000, and 1 more used truck for around $50,000.
Okay, so I have a question for you. If you're just starting out and you have a new authority and everything, how would you go about getting a line of business credit when you're not full established, you're just a starting business?
Well, see, that's the whole point of our business structure that we're setting up. Because if you missed our meeting that we had on Sunday, I am bringing in people and showing them, and we are working with them to get their business ready, to get them line of credit worthy. There are certain things you have to do to get your business line of credit worthy. And we talked about that on Sunday. Okay, I'm not going to go into it right now because we'll be here all night. You can go back and watch that video that we did on Sunday, how to become a quiet millionaire within the trucking industry. Okay, because
I watched that.
Okay, all right. Here is what we are proposing. If you want to start getting lines of credit and purchasing assets, and then list them with our leasing service, we will lease them out. Not only will we lease them out for you, but we'll work with you to get you line of credit worthy. In other words, we'll take you from the start and we'll do the things that need to be done to get your business ready, like get you a web presence. Okay, because look, when you go into a bank as a business, and one of the first things that they ask you is what's your business name, right? Don't always ask that.
Yeah, they ask for business name. They might ask for a business plan.
Okay, but the first thing they're gonna ask for is your business name. And when you when you give him that business name, you see him, he starts typing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He starts typing RBBS Transport LLC. Okay. If they type in your business name in Google and it doesn't pull up on the first page, stuff like this, you ain't getting that from them. Because don't nobody know you other than you and your mama. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
One of the, it sounds like something petty, but trust me, if they can't pull you up on Google in several places, when you put in RBBS Transport LLC, we're on the first 3 pages of Google. We got 3, 4, 5 pages of stuff on Google. Okay, they see that we have our dispatching at mydispatcher.org, National Dispatchers Network, RBBS Transport on LinkedIn, National Dispatchers Network on Facebook, RBBS Transport Earn While You Learn video, RBBS Transport LLC Freight Broker in Tallahassee, our RBBS Transport Get Quotes on Transport Through You Ship, RBBS Transport LLC Tallahassee Business listed with it shows you our business 411 listing, RBBS Transport on Twitter, RBBS Transport on the Yellow Place, Cargo and Freight Company, and then you go into the second page, RBBS Transport Logistics Learning Center, RBBS Transport LLC in Yellow Pages, in business, in B2B, business Yellow Pages, again, RBBS Transport, our onboarding site, RBBS Transport in PlaceDigger.com. If they can't pull you up in multiple places like that, you ain't getting no money from them. Okay? They're gonna want to know that you are a legitimate business. They want to know that if anybody knows you other than you and your mom. Okay? And you can go all over, we're all over Google when it comes to our name recognition. That's number one. Second thing that they're gonna look at your Dun & Bradstreet payday score. Okay? They're checking to see if you got a score higher than 90. You're gonna check for that. Right? Third thing that they're gonna check for, they're gonna ask you, well, what's your contact information? Do you have an email address? If you give them a Hotmail, a Gmail, or a Yahoo, or anything like that, you ain't getting no money. They're gonna want to know, do you have an actual domain email address, like training at RBBSLLC.org, or Calvin Butler at RBBS at RBBS Transport LLC.org or .com, something of that nature. Don't go to a bank with a, if you use a Gmail, Hotmail, all that type of stuff. They're also going to see if you have a business line, preferably a toll-free extension, a toll-free number. Like our number is 866-973-6445. If you go in there and you giving them an 850, your cell phone number, chances are you're not going to get that, you're not going to get any money from. These are just little things that really making that really is going to make the difference between you getting approved for a business line of credit, or you getting that same old, hey, we got your information. We'll take a look at it. Don't call us, we'll call you. Yeah, whatever the case may be. All right. There are certain things you have to do to get yourself line of credit worthy as a business. Okay. So what we would do is we will work with you on that checklist on things that we need to get done, that we need to help you get done so you can be line of credit worthy. Okay. And we figure it'll take us, if you're coming in from scratch, it'll probably take us 3 to 5 months to get you line of credit worthy. Now, if you're coming in and you already have a business and you got most of the stuff already, now we may need to get you an actual domain name. We may need, also you better have a website too. Okay, your bank ain't gonna loan you the money if you don't have a website. Okay, make sure you have a website. Make sure it's a legitimate domain, your own domain, whole 9 yards. Okay, make sure you have that. But these are the little things that we're gonna do to help get you line of credit worthy. Now, if you come to us, and let's say you come to us and you personally, on your personal credit, let's say you have a 700 score. If you've got a 700 mid score on your personal credit, we can go ahead and jump start you and go ahead and fast start you. Because what's going to happen is we can go ahead and get you qualified for several personal lines of credit. Each one of them is not going to be as high as a business line of credit, but we can get you qualified for several personal lines of credit, 10,000, 20,000, 25,000, 30,000, 50,000, and 60,000, somewhere along those ranges. All of them together will total you up to about $150,000 to $160,000 in personal lines of credit. And then we'll show you how to take those personal lines of credit, go out and purchase yourself 2 or 3 or even 4 used trucks. And then we'll put them and list them and get them leased out from anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 per week, getting you revenue in right away. And on your personal lines of credit, on those small amounts on personal lines of credit, your interest payment, you don't start making payments on your personal line of credit. You don't pay anything until you do what? Charge something. Okay?
Okay. Now, what would be your fee for
20%.
helping that person? Okay.
20%. We get 20% for listing you on our website. We handle all payment processing, collection of payments, invoicing, all of your accounts. When you because one of the things you're going to be able to do when you join our website, one of the things you're going to be able to do, you're going to be able to come over here, you're going to look at, it says vehicles, you're going to be able to go over here and you're going to, in the more section, you got, like here, when you join our site, you're going to have where you can pull up your lease accounts, your orders, your account, your wallet, when leasers are paying you, they're being collected through our site. Okay, we're doing the invoicing, we're taking care of all that, and we're taking our 20%, and the rest is going to you. You'll be able to list your inventory, like our lease inventory. I've got some examples in here of how the lease inventory will look. Let me pull up here. Like come here, you have lease info, like for tractors with trailers, tractors only, box trucks. If you're looking at tractors with trailers, you're going to be able to come in and load up your truck, pictures of your truck. We're going to list the year, make, and model, the condition of the truck and trailer, the miles and maintenance history. And it's going to have down there what the weekly lease is for. On this particular one, 1,900. This particular one, 1,700. This particular one, 1,650. This particular one, 1,600, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, they can click on it. They'll be able to click on it, and they'll be able to see your truck and all the stuff you put down there on it, and condition, and the maintenance records, and all that type of stuff. You can go in here. You can go ahead and you can add that, and they can add that. You can go ahead and get set up to lease that truck.
Now, are you
also?
the leasing, Calvin, are you including it with the maintenance? Keep up on that, be on your
No,
part,
no,
or the
you,
actual
no,
person that's leasing
no, no. You can for an extra fee, but the basic easy lease is all you're providing is the vehicle and the vehicle or vehicle and trailer. Okay, they have to bring their own. Here's what they have to have. They have to have a CDL.
Mm-hmm.
They have to have their authority,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to have insurance.
Okay.
Now, if they want to maintenance, if they want maintenance, we can add maintenance plans. So we're gonna have an area here because I haven't finished doing the website yet. But there's gonna be an area here for additional service like browse. It pulls up now as a store, but it's not gonna be a store when I finish with it. It's gonna have all the different stuff like maintenance plans, tire plans, factoring, all that's going to be in here when I finish with it.
Okay.
You'll be click on here and pull up maintenance plans. Click on here and pull up factory. Click on here and they can add this. They can add stuff to their lease package.
Yeah, because it's good to have that maintenance in place, especially out on the road. You know, you break down, you gotta know who to call. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but most of the time, the authority holder is the one who does that. And here's a great thing about leasing your truck instead of running them under your authority. If you're running someone under your authority, who is liable and responsible for anything that happens?
Well, if you have someone like someone puts their truck and runs under your authority, it's really
you are
the carrier, not the person. Not the person.
No, it's the person who the authority
holder
who has the authority.
The authority holder is liable.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you're running someone under your authority, even though it might be their truck, okay, if they have an accident and someone gets hurt, gets killed, the authority holder is responsible, is liable. Right. If they get caught with weapons in that truck or they do something illegal, the authority holder is responsible.
Right.
If they damage a load or anything, destroy a load, damage a load, or whatever it could be, or load gets, or they steal a load or whatever, the authority holder is responsible. The authority holder is also responsible for all compliance issues, drug testing, everything else that's got to go along with that truck. The authority holder is responsible. That's just too much liability on my. I don't want to deal with that type of liability. I'd rather just buy a truck, not even having authority, not even having a DOT number, but I own a truck and I can lease my truck out to someone that has their own authority and their own the CDL, and they get the insurance, and I just collect my money.
Now, couldn't you ask that person to carry insurance as well, where both sides is covered?
Yes, they're gonna have to carry their own insurance.
Okay.
You're not gonna be, because remember, the things that they gotta have to do the easy lease, have a CDL, authority, and insurance. Now, anything else is negotiable, like maintenance plans, factory, all that type of stuff. They can go to our logistics store and they can add that type of stuff. They can add a maintenance plan if they want to. They can add something like that if they want to. That's what's going to be over here during this browse area. It's going to be like a logistics store, basically. They want to add fuel cards. They can add fuel cards. They can add all that. They can add all that stuff.
Okay.
But the point is, we're going to be showing people how they can take their assets that they own already, or people who want to own assets. We're going to take them. We're going to help them develop their company so that they can qualify for these lines of credit while purchase their assets. And they own their assets, they list them with our leasing service, and we get them leased out. And we take care of the processes paperwork, collecting payments, things like that. That's why it's called easy lease. It's easy for both sides.
Right.
And who does this appeal to? It appeals to those truck drivers who just graduated truck driver school, and they don't want to go to a CRS or a Swift to get paid 18 cents per mile or 14 cents per mile for a whole year before they can go with any other company.
Right.
Okay. Who else is going to appeal to? It's going to appeal to that person who's already driving with the company, but they want to become a lease operator or owner operator, but they don't want to wait 6 months to a year before they can do it.
Right.
And even if they do have 6 months to a year experience, they don't want to give up 70 to 75%
Of their pay.
30, 20, 25, and 35 and 30% of their pay on top of paying a $700 a week lease payment.
Right.
Do y'all see the gap in the market that we're feeling, that niche that we're feeling?
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge niche that we're going to be feeling. I've already got emails. I got tons of emails from people that want to lease. I got tons of emails from people that want to get set up, who has their own trucks already. They want to get their trucks set up on our lease program. And tons of emails from people who want to get set up as a company, bring their companies in so we can help them get lease, get them line of credit worthy, get them so they can get qualified to go out and purchase the assets. Now, if you all want to be involved in this, go ahead and shoot me an email or go to our page on Facebook and just inbox us. Okay, give us a little short, message about how your interest in this program. Tell us a little bit about on what you have already. If you don't have anything, just say I don't have anything. I just want to be a part of it. I want to get started. Okay. Make sure you leave your name, your real name, okay, not your Facebook name. Leave your name. Okay. If you have a company, leave your company name. Leave your phone number, preferably a cell phone. If you have a business line, leave both. Leave your email address. Okay. If you have a website, go ahead and give us a link to your website. Okay. Give us all that information. And what I'm gonna do, I am storing all that. So when I do finish this website, hopefully I'm have it done by Friday, no later than Saturday. So by Monday, this site should be ready to go live. And once that happens, I'm gonna be contacting you all and getting you all categorized as to how far along you are, what you have already, and see what we got to work with. And then we'll begin working with each one of you all to get you ready to get out and get your truck, put it leased on. Those of you who want to lease, get you matched with the asset owners to get your truck leased out and all that stuff, and get everything and get your profiles, online on our site, and whole 9 yards. Okay. I suspect this is going to be huge. Okay. I suspect this is going to be huge. No one else out there is doing this type of thing. Every leasing outfit out there right now, they are going to take a minimum of 20% of your load fee. Okay. Or most of the time they're taking 30. They're taking 25 to 30%. On top of, at the low end, $700 a week. I've seen some have a lease payment of $800-900 a week on top of them taking what, 25 to 30% of your load fee. Right?
Yep.
Then they got all these high maintenance plans that they have. So by the time you finish doing the thing, you basically just got enough just to pay your payments.
Well, they also take money out and put in an escrow account.
Exactly. So, why go through all that? Why not just come to us, pay us our lease fee, and you keep 100% of your load fees? Easily. Easy.
Just the price that you have for the tractor and trailer is reasonable.
Oh yeah, because if you go rent from Penske, they're asking $250 to $500 a day. $250 if it's just a tractor, $250, $300 just a tractor. If it's a tractor and trailer, they're asking $450 to $500 per day. I mean, if you add that up, that's a ton of money right there. So, I mean, shoot.
If you include the maintenance on top of that, they're very expensive.
Exactly. So, you know, we're gonna be filling a huge niche within the market, a huge niche within the market. Okay, and I got a feeling this is gonna go over so very well. Okay, but yeah, they're charging, you know, like $500 a day for tractor and trailer over at Penske and Ryder and like that. 500 times 7 days a week.
Even Rush Truck is high.
That's $3,500 a week right there. You know, and if you're getting just the tractor, you know, if you're getting $300 a day, 7 days a week, you're at $2,100 a week right there.
Yeah, that's why I said just the two prices alone is.
I mean, look.
You can't beat it. That's for sure.
No. I mean, the program that we have, I mean, no one can compete with it. No one. Okay, and it's gonna be. We're gonna be helping a lot of people to get out there and to get their businesses jump started, get their trucking company jump started. It's gonna help a lot of people to get into a situation of where they are out there running on their own terms, making all their money, okay, making all their money, and being a lot happier. And the asset owners, they're gonna be very happy. They're gonna be making plenty of money, okay. And there's not much work for the asset owner to do after creating their profile and listing their asset. After that, you know, RBBS takes over.
And then plus, you know, some of us are brokers and dispatchers, so we can keep them running.
Exactly. That's going to be some of the added services that we're going to have on the site. Where if they want to hire a dispatch service, like I will be offering my dispatch service, but I'm offering it at a discount if they're leasing a truck. Like I usually charge 10%. I'm going to be offering my dispatch service at 5% if they're leasing a truck. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you got an asset on there and you're leasing your asset out, and you say, well, I also own a dispatch firm, you know, I can dispatch for you because you're leasing one of my assets. I'll dispatch for you for 3%, 5%, or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
And on top of that, in that browse section of services and other stuff they can add, dispatch services and stuff like that, that's going to be, that's where you all are going to come into play with the National Dispatchers Network. That's the connection.
Well, that's good.
Okay. So.
Because every day you have people wanting to buy trucks that have CDLs.
Oh, yeah. And not only that, get this. I've got connects with 4 semi-truck dealerships that are ready right now to send me their turn downs. I've got 3 trucking companies that will send me the people who they turn down for leases.
Yeah, because
I've got National Truck Driving School in Orange Park, Florida, where I graduated from. They made me an offer to come out and talk to any of their students about, instead of going to work for a company, lease your truck and become a lease owner operator from school.
Now, you might not want to do that because some of these come out of school can't drive.
I mean, if they went to the school and if they're going to these other companies, they'll be all right. I mean, we can put them through some type of, I got matter of fact, one of my trucks is leased out to a young lady who, she came straight from truck driving school. straight from truck driving school. She's been
Some
leasing now for about a year.
Yeah, but
And
some truck driving schools are garbage, and then you have some that are very thorough.
I understand, but like I said, that's where you just have to you know, do your evaluation on them and just see who they are. Like I say, this young lady, she straight from truck driving school. She came right in, leased one of my new trucks. Right? She's paying $1,500 a week. And my dispatch firm also dispatches her. Got her on dedicated, doing about 12 grand a week on dedicated runs.
Okay.
She's here in Florida. She goes out. She's home every night, off every weekend, doing 12 grand a week.
Now, are you going to have it? They have to do it weekly, or could they set up a monthly?
No, it's gonna be weekly.
Okay.
It's gonna be weekly. You let people start running out monthly. Yeah, you let people start running out monthly. That's too much room to just. I ain't got that this month. I ain't got no. And not only that, I'm looking at those trackers and kill switches. They got these trackers and kill switches. You can't kill it while it's moving, but once the truck stops and turns off, then it can be, you can disable. You can kill the it's not the engine. What you're actually doing, you're turning off the connection from the ignition.
The brain of the truck.
Yeah, the what they call it, the control module.
Right. The brain of the truck.
Yeah, basically turning off that control module. So, but you can't do it while the truck is driving or on. You have to wait till it turns off, and it has to be off for a certain length of time before it will activate again. Bam, they can't start it back up. So if somebody decides that they don't want to pay you, you can go on your phone and track and see where the truck is at, and you can hit the kill switch. Need to. And each asset owner will have the capability of doing that right from their cell phone.
Now, are you going to have it set up where you can actually automatically take the payment out?
Yeah, that's where we're going to be set up through this site right here. Because with this site, I went ahead and paid for the premium site features that allows us to do the invoicing right through the site, and like I can do with you all, if you all want to opt for auto pay, it tells you all, click here for auto pay. So it's going to be required for the lease, the auto pay. Okay, where they just put their card on file, and then it's going to bill their card every single week.
And then you'll have Square automatically send an invoice receipt, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, but that's what I just wanted to come on and give y'all an update as to how far I've gotten with this. Because I've been working on this website for the last since Sunday. I've been working on it since Sunday, and I've about got it finished. I should be done with it by Saturday. No later.
Quick question, Calvin.
Saturday. Yeah.
I have everything. Do you have somebody that's within the network that can I have the information for the web page and the domain that can put it on there for me?
What are you talking about?
For the web page.
In your profile?
To do a landing page. Just with I'm saying I already have the domain. I already have everything except the web page is not up. So do you have somebody within the,
to get you a domain name?
To get my web page up.
To build your website.
I already have all the information. I have everything. I just need somebody that knows how to do it.
How to build a website. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's quite a few people in here who know how to do it. Darren built his own website. Most of the people in here built their own website. I built all my own websites.
Darren?
Yeah, he built his own website. Damian Stevens, and anybody else in here who wanna take on building a website. I used to do that back in the day, build websites.
Yeah, I know you got so much on your plate because you doing the houses.
I went on Fiverr.
You doing the houses and all that stuff. So
there's no way I could take that on now. But back in the day, I used to build websites, like anything from $600 to $1,500. If you wanted something like a payment process and all that type of stuff, I would do all that, but it gets expensive because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I mean, it really is. And a lot of it is trial and error, trying to figure all that stuff out. But I eventually figured everything out on how to build it. So, but right now,
is there a software or a website out there that can help
Wix,
you do that?
Wix. I'm building this one through Wix.
Okay.
That's what I'm building this one through. And
Mr. Butler, I went on Fiverr.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of a website, web building software out there. I just I like Wix because of all the, it's real compatible with Square. It's very compatible with Square, and it allows you to have these subscriptions and logins, and people can create their when they go and create their logins, they create a members area and all that type of stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I like Wix, and they have a lot of other stuff that you can get, like domain name, real cheap. Your domain names, your domain, your domain email addresses and stuff like that. You can add those to it. You can even attach different web addresses to your website. Like this web address is going to be RBBSTransportLLC.com, but I'm attaching one from 1&1 that's going to be EasyLease.com, and I'm gonna have another one that's gonna be 4, like the number 4, not written out, but in the number, semi4leasebyowner.com. So it's just different web addresses all leading to the same website. That's just for brand, because people catchy, easylease.com, semi4lease by owner.com, or stuff like that. Those are catchy type website addresses that people can, they can easily remember. If you're out somewhere, or say, well, what's that company that does the easy lease? Oh, easylease.com. Or what's that company that does the leases that where the private people lease their trucks out? For lease by owner.com, right? Trucks for lease by owner.com. So, just stuff like that. If they can't
just
remember.
go in the on the Facebook webpage and look for Darren, Darron.
I think it's on Facebook. I think it's Damien.
Oh,
I'm still here.
Oh, there he is. Damien.
Oh, you in the chat. Okay, well, I'm gonna send you a private message. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay.
He's like a fly on the wall.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
When you lease these trucks, are you going to put some type of logo to advertise what you're doing? Your company?
That's a good idea. We may, but I gotta have the permission of the asset owner. Because remember, we don't own these trucks. The asset owner do. You all
right,
will.
But, well,
yeah.
Maybe like for a couple months, because if they're over the road, they're traveling all over. That way you
we have the website address on the easylease.com.
Okay. Yeah, because that's basically advertising. Yeah.
Who's just calling me?
Like you see some trailers out there lease to own, on the side of the trailer. That's why I'm asking.
If someone calling me on, Someone's calling me on what's called it. Hold on. Trying to see who was just calling me on Facebook. Who was just calling me on Facebook? Hold on for a second. I'm sorry, y'all. Trying to see who was just calling me on Facebook. Oh, this Everett boss. She's probably, I thought she was in the class. Did someone who's in the what's called was just trying to call me? Give me a second. But yeah, we'll probably do have something printed on the trailers and the truck, easylease.com or forleasebyowner.com. Hello?
I was on the website and I was trying to see, I know you said something about it's the last night for training, but I just started tonight, so do I keep going with training?
Yeah, we start the new cycle week after next. So just attend next week's just log in every Thursday night. I mean, every Thursday night at 7.
Okay.
Right.
I thought I did something wrong. I didn't know it was
No. Nah. We were wrapping up this session tonight. We was on the last step of dispatching. So we got the next we'll be starting all over. We'll be starting the new course. Okay. All right.
Now, what would that pertain, Calvin?
As
The
far
new
as what?
course, starting all over in the dispatching. Like, what will
No,
you be going over?
all right. If you look in your back office,
because I'm
right?
new, so
Yeah,
I'm new to the course, and I watch your videos and everything.
All right.
But
if you look in the back office, all right,
mm-hmm.
go to the back office. Go away.
You know, like for somebody that's basically somebody that wants to either be a dispatcher or a broker, but don't know where to begin. So,
all right,
not just
let me finish.
booking loads, but
if you look in the back office, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you see when you get in the back office, see this right here. This says start with this video. Just tells you where everything is in the back office. Tells you how to work everything.
Right.
Then down here, you got your how to dispatch series. This is basically our course.
Okay.
6 videos. It's 6 steps. Each week we go over one of these steps. We start at the beginning. So how to locate owner operators, dispatch training. We start at the beginning, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and week 6. Right? What we're on right now is the 6-1.
Yeah.
All right. Once we finish this, we go back and we do them all over again.
The same medicine.
Now, do you go over? Yeah.
I'll use some potatoes, and I don't think
you have to mute Damien.
Somebody needs to mute their mic.
Yeah, but I don't think it's effective in that juice. So let's put on a syringe.
Hold on.
Damien.
Damien. All right, there we go. All right.
Now, do you go over like where to go to get what type of license you need for each one? What the legal requirements?
All that's in your first. All that's in your first video. All that is in your first. In step 1.
Okay. Because some people might not know where to go to apply for this.
Yeah, that's in step.
The difference?
That's in the. That's in step 1. We'll go over that. We got the next. So we start all over again. We got the next.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the website, and I've gone through everything in the website, but I don't see anything for a person that don't have any type of license for anything. Where would they go for their license? What type of license would they need?
All right.
Because
this series right here is from I think our Yeah, this series right here that's in the back office is from our third session. If you want to look at our updated series where we go over a lot of that stuff, just go to our YouTube channel.
Okay.
Just go to our YouTube channel. Because if you go to our YouTube channel, right, you can look up all of our videos by the date that they were added in order.
Okay.
But for dispatching, you don't need a license, so that's why you don't see that on there. You don't need a license.
Nah, you don't need it. No. What you need is, all right.
Well, if you go to file taxes.
Yeah, look. You're getting into, yeah, but
you don't need a license.
Okay, you all are getting into stuff that's not part of this night's training. That comes, we got the next. We'll get into that, we got the next, okay? We'll take these in order, because if we start just jumping around and just doing stuff like that, in the past, when I've done that, it just becomes chaos. So let's stick to the format. Okay, let's stick to the format. All right, now if you want to go through and watch all these videos, just go here and you click on videos. You can binge watch everything we got. You click on videos, and then you go over here where it says sort by.
Okay.
Hold on here, let me find the sort by. You go over here where it says sort by. Move that way. Oh, come on. Right here, sort by. You can sort by most popular. They added from the oldest to the newest. They added from the newest to the oldest. You want to look at the newest to the oldest, it's going to pull up all the new stuff in order. And all you're looking for is dispatch training. That's what you're going to look at. All the ones that say dispatch training.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
If you want to go through and find them all. Or you can just go up here and put in the search area, RBBS dispatch training.
Okay.
RBBS dispatch training. And then it will pull up all of our dispatch training videos.
Okay.
And pull up some other people one too, but mostly ours.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But we got the next. We start all over again, and we'll cover all that.
Okay.
All right?
All right, sounds good.
All right. All right, everybody. We are about an hour over the time I had allotted for 10 o'clock. But I need to get back to work on this stuff. So let me check my YouTube people out real quick to see what they got going on. I haven't even really had a chance to acknowledge my YouTube crowd tonight. Somebody's having a whole conversation back there. I don't know who that is.
It's somebody TV on.
Yeah, they keep coming on. But anyway, who we got tonight? Tonight we have in our YouTube, let's see, of course we have Michelle, we have Diane W, thank you for joining us. Stacy Reinfeld, Mika Chow, always have them. Lisa Goggins, thank you for joining us tonight. We also have DJ Too Real, we have Cool V2. I love these names. Natasha Jenkins, we have her in the house tonight. She had a little statement. So basically, we just submit them the rate con and BOL, and carrier submits it to their factoring company. We don't have anything to do with the paperwork to their factoring company. Correct. On the most part, no, you don't, because the brokers usually, every broker I know has their load factor. They have the loads already factored. And if you're doing what I tell you to do, you don't need to have a factory company as a dispatch firm, because I've just told you all how you get paid once at a time, every single time. All right. Hugs says exactly. Thank you for joining us, Hug. Evelyn Simpson, thank you for joining us. Simply Erica, thank you for joining us. Natasha Jenkins, thank you for joining us. And I think I covered everybody. Dwayne Fletcher, thank you for joining us. I think we covered everybody. All right. Oh boy. It's been a long night. All right, everybody. That's gonna about do it. for tonight's training. We wrapped up the How to Dispatch series. Next week, we're going to talk more. I'm probably going to be going over the website for the leasing next Thursday. So everything I'm doing next week is going to have to do with this leasing website. And then the week after that, we'll start all back over again with the How to Dispatch training from Jump Street, explaining to you all what you all are going to need to have as a dispatcher and all that type of stuff. You don't, there are no types of certifications or anything like that, or bonds or insurance, anything like that that you need. But you do need to have your dispatch company. It has to be registered with your state as a legal entity, LLC, so
Right, that's what I was
proprietorship,
asking. That's what I was.
partnership, or something of that nature. Okay, every business has to be legally registered and recognized with their state or local municipality. That's every business.
Right,
Okay?
that's what I
Yeah.
was asking. That's what I was asking.
So that's the only requirement. You need to set up like every other business. You need to have some type of, your articles of incorporation and things like that. That's every business has to have that to be legal, to be a legal business. Okay, so you have to have that. And the other thing that you have to have, according to the statute, is you must have a pre-existing agreement with the carrier to find said carrier suitable freight, persuading said carrier specific criteria. That's your dispatch agreement. You have to have that in place before you can start dispatching.
Okay.
Okay. So you got to have a signed dispatch agreement in place with the carrier before you can even begin talking to carriers about freight or trying to push loads onto carriers off the load boards and anything like that. You got to have that pre-existing agreement. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for tonight. I appreciate y'all for joining me. We have a lot of people in training tonight. A lot of people. Hey, Marvin, I see you in the house tonight. We have a lot of people in training tonight. I appreciate y'all for joining me. It's been a blast as always, and I look to see you all back here on next week, on next Thursday, same bat channel, same bat time, and I will be here tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. for the load board report. Don't forget to tune in 6 a.m. I'll be live on YouTube, looking up freight, giving away free freight, analyzing loads, the things that you all are going to need to know how to do anyway. So you might as well tune in and watch me do it live. All right. So thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. If you want to get behind this new lease program that we got going on, hey, hit me up. Go to our Facebook page, RBBS Transport LLC on Facebook, and inbox me and let me know that you're interested and shoot me information. I'll make sure I get it all done and in there. All right, everybody. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Good night, all. Bye-bye.